Alrighty, and we are live. Hello and welcome back. I'm sorry we're running a little bit late today. We are the Rollets of Fate, and today we will be playing our Dining in Barovia campaign that started as a Curse Strat and has ended as a modified homebrew Domains of Ravenloft adventure kind of thing. So don't think that this is Curse Strahd anymore. That ended like 8 levels ago, I guess. So yeah, it's a quite homebrew Darkonian Ravenloft story now. Cool. And without that said, I guess you can all have a D8 inspiration, as is only you, all of you, just a few of you today. And yeah, let's please, if you could introduce yourselves and your characters, and I'll go last if it's okay. Cool. Thank you, guys. And thanks for watching.
Barovia. I just really
Okay.
felt like I need to deserve the D8, you know?
No, come on. You deserve it. Definitely. All right, so
Alright,
please go ahead if
okay.
you want.
Hey, my name is
Welcome.
Neil, and I would like to introduce to you Cisco.
All right, okay, let's do it. I am Cisco Blanco, your Tail Weaver and Chaos Coordinator, and I will be all the NPCs in this world, plus a few sidekicks. Yep. All right, back to you, Tom.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Tom. I'm playing Sway Silverspear. I'm a Phantom Rogue and Changeling. And yeah, that's it. I think let's see how we're gonna make it through this castle. And I'm gonna pass it to Mo.
Thank you, Tom. Hi, my name is Mo. I usually play Cabal. Actually, I am still playing Cabal, the Blood Hunter Goliath. However, today you may see that there are a few of us missing, so we've kind of divvied up those characters. And so I'm playing Real as well, which is great because I could just kill him right now because I want to kill him anyway. But I'm not gonna do that, right? Yes, of course not.
Easy.
Do it.
But anyway, we'll see what happens in today's session as we travel above through Castle Avernus. But apart from that, I guess I'll pass it back to Neil. Neil, you didn't introduce yourself properly, so I'll throw it back to you.
Hey, my name is Neil. I play Lilith Starflower, who is the cleric of the Grave Warforge. I'm also playing Bloodwick Turtle, and he likes to rage.
Yeah, Path of the
Announcements?
Totem, Path of the Totem
yeah,
Warrior
yeah.
Barbarian. Yeah, Turtle. Sorry.
Yep, all of that good stuff. Sailor,
All that.
chaotic, just chaotic, evilish. Why does it say chaotic, neutral, evilish?
Because he wants to, but he's fighting it now. He's more like a lawful no good kind of, actually, with the way he's been behaving in the
Chaotic
last
lawful.
few weeks. Chaotic lawful, if that's a thing, yeah. Yeah. Also, I have to mention as well, just quickly, Neil, if you're done, that Tom will also be playing Saphira. She's a Circle of the Moon Druid's wood elf as well.
Wolf elf?
All right.
I want to be a
Yeah,
wolf.
wood elf. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's the sandwich. Yeah. And cool. With all that said, thank you guys for playing with. Oh, actually, no announcements, Mom. Damn it.
What?
Yeah, it's Happy
Announcements?
Pride. It's Father's Day. Damn it. Okay, Happy Pride. Happy Father's Day. Yeah,
Yes,
announcements, please.
No worries. Thank you. As Cisco said, Happy Pride, Happy Father's Day. If you're a father out there and you love playing D&D, play with your children. If you're too small, wait until they grow up. Obviously, you don't want to give them dice because then they will do stupid things with them. But wait until they're grown up and enjoy your time with them, play the stories and adventures. But for our story, you can find all of our episodes on our YouTube channel at Rollers of Fate D&D. This includes this campaign, the Tuesday campaign, which is the Candlekeep Mysteries, the Seal Pages of Vegla, and our Wednesday campaign, Eye of Observation, and our one-shots, all over there. So please go and watch them, enjoy the story, subscribe, follow, and tell people where they can watch it as well. We have a Gmail account where you can send us any photos or comments, which is at Rollers of Fate D&D @gmail.com. And finally, we have a Twitter channel, which is F8DND, where you can catch up-to-date news about D&D and our other stuff-related news too. And finally, this game is quite gory. It can be quite nasty. So if there's anything that you don't like, please step away. And hopefully, by the time you come back, we'll moved on by then. And enjoy the show, and I'll pass it back to our lovely DM.
All right, amazing. Thank you very much, Mo. Thank you, all of you guys. And yeah, it's gonna get nasty, Barovia nasty. I mean, Draconian nasty in this thing. And yeah, amazing. Thanks for everyone at home who's tuning in as well. Make yourselves comfortable, setting in as we are about to dive into the mists of Ravenloft. That should have been the music, but it failed me. Yeah, okay, here we are. Amazing. Thank you, Neil. That was really good. So our episode name will be Frozen in Castle Avernus, part 2 of 5. Poor, bleak, and frigid shells stuck between heavens and hells, always drawn towards living heat. The golden doom makes them complete. Previously, the outsiders, thank you, entered Strahd and captured his soul in a relic from the past. The timeline was fractured on the retrieving process, yet rectified afterwards. Now, our heroes have traveled to Darkon to stop the destruction brought by a golden star that appeared on the domains of Dread and in Aura as well, coinciding with the escape of Azalin Rex. This star absorbs the souls of the dead and turns them into zombies. After overcoming the Temple of the Inevitables, defeating Blinsky and retrieving the Oathbreaker Helm, the group and their allies traveled to Orad to visit Lilith's other family, the Saviors, and to recuperate a little. But during the celebrations of Salvation Day, Vegna's undead servants killed many innocents attempting to steal Karsu's helm unsuccessfully. Back later on, after a couple of days on the Verdant Shrine, the outsiders notice the merging of the tetrahedrons in their possession and the theft of the Eye of Vecna, despite the precautions taken. The same night, during the rest, Seldritch Rex threatened to curse a party member unless the unfinished deal demands are fulfilled. The return to the Morning Valley was marked with a massive size increase of the Golden Star of Doom. As a month has passed in Darkon during the group's absence, now it's just like massive, like 6 times bigger. And when the bluish chilling mist got dangerously close, the Forest Master and the Kuchiwingas were summoned, guiding the way to Castle Avernus. Now much faster due to the time magic that transformed the majority of the party into weightless gas. Near the floating, frozen-in-place castle, the 3 Lieutenant Guardians were spotted from the air, and the party moved with caution. The accurate spot was taken, and the Juggernaut got ready to toss the party, all the way past the walls and the magical shroud that blocked the fractured areas from view. Meanwhile, the Unicorn and the Forest Spirit created a distraction by fighting the lieutenants in a deadly battle. Yet, as the tossing began, the cold light walkers poured out the mist, blinding and accosting our heroes, slowing down the process. Yet, eventually, everyone got reunited inside the castle in the Room of Necromancy. A horrendous, weeping abominations kept pouring out from this arcane pentagon engraved on the floor, until many were destroyed and finally the sigil was dispelled. And this is where our story continues tonight, in Darkon, the jewel of the domains of Dread. From outside, Under the glow of a massive star above it, Castle Avernus ruins float in mid-air eerily, mirroring the previous destruction in a torrent of otherworldly flames. Now its chambers and crypts are frozen in time, suspended in disjointed sections glued together by a glacial mist shroud. Yet, when focusing in a point, it becomes completely opaque, and a memory of a surreal dark magic woven into the fractured fortress still remains. After closing the ethereal gate, you now all find yourselves in a hall full of books. But before you, there is one of them, gigantic glowing book, taller than a man and twice as wide, and it floats upright a few inches over the stone floor. In front of the book, there is a large table filled with books, as you will expect in a normal library, and surrounding you there is lots of books and shelves as well. This big book is open, and you see a tiny multicolored quill that inscribes on the book. As you are looking at it, it keeps writing, although there is no hand holding it. It seems to be just writing on his own. And at this point, you look at each other. Look at the place. Look at yourselves. And there is nothing there. All you know is your name and nothing else. You look at the people that are surrounding you, and you innately know that you trust each other and know each other, but you don't know from where or why. Even why you're here, you don't know anything. All you know is your name. So with all that said, I'll leave you the room. I'll give you a map.
Hey man, about how is it going, huh?
Wait,
we don't know each other.
who are you?
You know that you kind of know each other, but you don't know why, and you know you trust each other, but you actually don't know each other. In your memories, you don't know who this
Yeah,
person is.
but we know the name.
But yeah, you know your own name, and that's it. Yeah.
My own name. I'm sorry. I
Your
thought I
own name,
understood that
yeah.
I know the other's name, but I don't
No,
know
no,
why.
no.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
just your own.
I'm sorry. I messed up then.
You see Claudia and Richter looking at you as well with the same faces.
What? Who are you?
That's what I was gonna ask. It feels like I know you, but who are you, and
Looking
why
at
is
you,
this?
I don't think we will be friends. I don't think I know you. Do I?
You, imp, you've got the same symbol that I do. Who
Yes, you stole my symbol. I don't even know who you are. But
Servant
why
of
you
hell.
have my
Let's
symbol?
steal him.
Wait,
I'm
I'm not
not
evil.
are you?
Okay.
Does that mean I'm evil?
I mean,
Well,
I know this symbol is from a... I don't actually know what this is. You see Claudia staring into... Oh no, the map is completely blank. Okay.
You have to
One
go to
second,
the
let me try
middle.
to fix that. Okay.
I don't know about you, how you think, but looking at this fat guy next to me, I think he looks evil. He's the evil one with the little devil. We should kill them.
I don't know. I don't know who you guys are, but I don't get the feeling that we hate each other.
Where are we? What are we doing here?
I don't know. Do you remember how we got here?
I don't remember anything, but... Is that a quill floating by itself?
As you look at it, you see this rainbow quill just keeps writing on the book.
I wonder what
The
it's writing.
page flips on its own and keeps writing.
I'm going to walk towards it to see what it's writing.
Okay. As you look at it, make a perception or investigation check, or you can take a bit of time and just look, up to you.
Make a reading check.
Reading check.
Yeah. Reading check, yeah.
It's a 12.
That's pretty good.
Okay. With that 12, you see you see the big man uttered, I am going to see what is happening with the quill. And then he's actually relating what is happening. As the big man looked into the ink, he saw his own words written on it. Now he expectantly, with our eyes wide open, he stared into it.
This
From
thing
the
is
distance,
red.
the others also stared at him.
Are we in the Rock of Eternity?
And you see that happening. The woman said, he's actually not saying your names. He's just describing you the best he can.
I'm going to turn the page backwards to see what it's written beforehand.
Okay. As you keep turning the page backwards, how far backwards do you want to go? The one page backwards, the fight continue on the Morning Valley as the heroes confronted the 3 lieutenants, and he's actually telling what happened to you a while ago.
Oh. Well, what does it say?
How farther back you want to go? And do you want to approach, Lily? You'll see Claudio keeps looking at you and keep looking at the situation, and then all of a sudden he vanishes as he turns invisible.
Perhaps it might be an idea if we speak to this quill, see if it can write and tell us clues. Perhaps it knows what to do.
I think it's just simply writing what we're saying.
It's writing our actions as well. Let me just see something, actually. I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to see if it speaks about anyone else in the room that's not us.
Okay. You start going back. How far do you want to go back into the book, actually? The book is large, huge.
I want to go back. What does it call this room? Like when it says it, the moment we entered.
The Hall of Records.
The Hall of Records. Okay.
Yeah.
Through
the ethereal gate, the adventurers enter the Hall of Records. That's the kind of first entry of you.
Hall of Records. So I'm gonna go back and
of
look.
You now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to see if there's another entry of someone else entering into the Hall of Records.
Okay. You start going back. Do you want to go all the way back to the beginning, to the very beginning of the book?
Yeah.
Up to you.
What do you think, guys? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens.
The first entry reads, Firan Salhonan, the Asalan of Crane, 1429 CY. Asalin land means wizard ruler. He was of all earth. Over time, the Archlich discovered that a few months after someone enters Darkon, the pen began inscribing his life story into the blank books. As events were written, the person lost his memory of them. When the pen was finished, it would write a name of the person in the book names, once the name was given along with the date. As soon as the person's name was entered in the huge tome, his lost memories and his previous existence and gained false memories and life of family in Darkon, and then it stops there. You see it's a blank.
Wait,
then
hold up. It says the person. Once the person remembers the name, what happens? We don't know.
It says, as soon as the person's name was entered in the huge tome, he lost all memories of his previous existence and gained false memories of a false life, family in Darkon. Yet, when the person wrote his own name on the book, and then it's blank. There is like, you see actually, like, it's actually blanking, and you see a part that the book just vanished the ink from that page.
I'll go up to them and I'll be like, all right, I still don't know your name.
As you are on the very beginning, just I'll give you something else. You see that the book is called Book of Names. You see on the cover of the book, it's called written Book of Names.
And do we see
the book?
Sorry.
Say it again, guys. Who wants to go first? Yeah. As you look, you wanna hold it and stuff.
I just want to flick towards the last couple of pages that have been written to see if Lilith's name's there.
Okay. Make a investigation or perception check, just like Cabal did at first. And Sway and Safira, what do you guys want to do?
So this way, I'm actually confused a little bit. So the book is writing what is happening, or it's writing only names when it's book of names?
It's writing what's happening, but without your names.
Are there any other names we could see except the first at the beginning?
Make another perception or investigation check as well. As you are there with Lilith, you can both do it.
I'm just trying to understand where are the names written, because
you will have to check through the book. So investigation or perception.
Investigation. Okay.
So Lilith, let's go to you first. You are looking for your name on the book. As you flick through pages, you see hundreds, thousands. It's really weird because you keep flipping forward, assuming you are going forward, and the forward is blank, but it seems like different stories have been written on the book on different pages at the same time. You know, as you look in an entry, you start seeing the story of someone else. It says here, the paladin rose, remain entrapped, without hope or anything to do. That's one entry, for example, and that story keeps going. You know, she kept looking around. A cow. This says a cow randomly. All these weird things. You keep looking forward. You go back, but you don't see your name anywhere. Sway, what were you looking for exactly as well? Other names rather than you?
Are the names written like as the text goes, or there is a special place where the names are placed?
Okay. With an investigation of 25, you find that on the very, very beginning, the very, very end of the book, there is a part that it says names. And then there is, as you flick, it feels like it's one page. And then you flick the page and it keeps refreshing itself, almost like if it was a computer. So as you look at the page, there is more and more and more and new things written. So it's kind of like doing that. Make a wisdom saving throw as you.
What was the first name?
The very first name is 1 second, but make a wisdom saving throw at the same time. Lilith, as you are also focusing, the three of you make a wisdom saving throw actually. Also Cabal. The first name you find. The first name you find is once more Viran Zalhonan. That name sounds like nothing to you. You've never heard that name before.
Yeah, of course.
Even though you, out of character, you know perfectly who that is. Okay, Lilith, you feel fine. Cabal, you feel fine too, but unusual. It feels like for a second you think, oh, it all starts making sense. I am in the castle. Yeah, I'm just visiting the castle. Sway, you think to yours. How is it? 14.
Because I said I rolled the D8. I used the D8.
Yeah. Sway, you are convinced. You are having a tour of the castle. You've been looking forward to visit Castle Avernus for quite a while. You are from Rivalis, the little town in Darkon that you remember perfectly. Out of game, you've been there. That's where you actually went and you created mayhem, and there was like a hoop, and the Burgomeister was replaced instantly with a fisherman, and the whole story there that you guys
It was
had.
beautiful there, I remember.
Yeah, and you are convinced that you are from there. You remember your house perfectly. You live in this inn owned by a married couple, two men
Of
who
course, I
has
still
a
remember
nice
how we were building the
mental.
watermill
Yeah,
on the stream. Yeah.
yeah. So this is who you are, and it all makes sense now. But you still think, who is these people, though? But yes, I'll give you back in the room.
Names. Perhaps if we try to enter our names, I feel like something will try to prevent us to do that.
I mean, can you actually grab the pen? I'm gonna try to reach for the feather pen.
Okay.
Maybe if you say your name, the quill will write it into the book for you.
As you try to grab the pen, make a grapple check.
So that would be athletics.
Yeah. Versus a 22.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's say with your natural 20, as we like to rule it like that, natural 20 is a success. So even though your number is lower, even though it sounds weird to me, I'm gonna roll with most concept. So yeah, you are successful. You grab the pen. In the moment you grab the pen, your hand starts becoming rainbow-like. Like you start seeing how this person that you are unsure who is start turning the whole himself into a rainbow kind of like patterns, just like the quill was doing.
I don't like that. I'm gonna release the
And do you keep holding it? You feel the pen moves your hand. Actually, you are not actually anymore able to stop it. It's just you become the quill.
Try to write your name, whatever it is, on the book.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try.
Okay. As you start trying to write your name, make another wisdom saving throw.
Come on!
Come on, this is not going well. What do you want from me?
You start writing and you put an S, and then as you are putting the S, you actually forget what you're doing, and you just put seeking for an answer, and you keep writing like a story of yourself. My name is blank. I arrived here to Darkon. I've always lived in Rivalis. I've always been here, you know, this kind of thing. And you all see how he's writing a different story, but his name he didn't write.
Yes,
Move
I'm
out
just
the
gonna
way.
look back.
Look,
it's working. It's
I'll just
working.
push him out the way. No, you're not writing your name. Let me try. And I'm gonna grab the quill.
Okay. As you
Yeah, we are
try
both
to
of us
grab the quill, make an athletics check. Actually,
Ah!
I assume you release the quill, Sway.
But can I?
Yeah. If you want, if you are willing to release it, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Athletics. Okay. Wow. You know what? I swear, natural.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm sorry. I should start rolling.
What is this beast? Oh, I can't hold it.
I'm gonna roll in roll 20 for now. See, I feel guilty straight away when I roll on the physical die. Okay, and you see that Lilith, you see Cap trying to grab the quill, but he's unable to. Do you want to do something? You're on mute, Neil. Hey, mommy.
Does the pen just continue writing?
The pen is on his own, yeah, and he continues writing. Do you want to focus on what he's writing?
Yeah, I'm going to move over towards the book so I can read it, and I'm going to just kind of just do something, you know, change my appearance. I'll pull my hair up into a ponytail, and I'll say, we haven't introduced each other, but my name is Lilith, and I'll see if it's actually just captured all of that and written it into the book.
Okay. Is right. The woman greeted. Hold on one second. Eltharath, without knowing that the ghost himself was right behind her. The librarian greeted her back, and you hear a voice from behind as an elderly man appeared. His head is severed, and he's holding his head on his like underneath his armpit, kind of thing, like like the typical scene. And his head starts to move independently from his body. The head floats in the air, and through the library, it looks at all of you and says, "Hello, all of you. I am Eltharath, the first of his magnitude, the librarian of Castle Avernus." And you see the ghost, all of you. I would love to make an insanity roll, but this is the wrong game. But yeah, let me display the ghost. Yeah, so he appears there right behind you. Let's say that you were... I'll move the ghost just... but yeah. So he appears there. And he's a huge ghost as well.
I guess as he pops up, I'll turn around and put my hands up and just stay back. You don't belong here.
You are funny. I am the librarian. Oh, this is my hall of names. I belong here. But who do you know what you are doing here? Perhaps it's you who don't belong here. And he laughs again.
No, you don't belong in this existence. You should have moved on. Why haven't you moved on?
I've always been in this library. I'm a librarian. This is my job. I record names on the books of names. I complete the stories of everyone. That's what I've always done. Was my beginning and will be my end. Someone else perhaps will overtake me one day.
Did you write my name in there?
Today the day.
Did you write my name in the book?
I don't know your name.
But if I tell you my name, will you write my name in the book?
I might do.
Because this Quill is being a piece of shit. He's not letting me write our names in a book.
I mean...
Ludwig asks, what kind of bird did that feather come from, and is it tasty?
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I just came here to see the place, what's going on here? I thought
you are a tourist. You are from here. Is he your guide? He asks you all, and then he replies toward Tortor. I wouldn't recommend you eating the pen. This is a rainbow phoenix feather. It will not be good for you. Trust me.
Where can we eat a rainbow phoenix from?
From Darkon.
Right. Lilith would go, you're the record keeper here.
Uh-huh. Yes.
How did
the
we
librarian.
get here? When did we get here? Why are we here?
Why don't you tell me? I write for you your story, but you don't seem to know your story. Make a persuasion check, Lily.
I'll keep up saying, did you write your name in the book?
My name? Yes. No. My story is the only one that is not in the book. But if you want, I have more tomes. I just need to know your name. With a 6, he looks at you and said, "Well, search around. You might find your book." And you just have to fill your names, I guess, if you want to tell me your names.
I want you to write your name in the book now.
I do not comply to your request. You are a guest in the castle. I am a citizen of this place, like your friend here. What's your name, friend? He says to you, Sway.
Don't tell him. I don't trust him.
Yeah,
My blood is
should-
boiling.
tell us your name first.
My
What do you
name,
mean by...
Eltharath.
Oh, yeah, right. Anyway,
what did
what
you mean?
I came here all this time I traveled here. I was looking so much forward for this excursion and like what's going on? I'm not happy with the service.
Well, you are
They
in
don't
a
even want to write my
library.
name in the guest book. What is this?
I don't write names. You have to write your own name. But what did you say, my lady? And he looks, the head kind of like, at this point, the body is on the floor, but the head is floating like maybe 20 feet up in the air. The ceiling is very high, and the head is talking from there. And he says to you, Lilith, what did you say, my lady?
What do you mean? We just need to go read our book.
There is a book for each person, each story. Each person who ever enters Darkon has their own book in this library. Perhaps if you find it, you will be able to read your story.
How are the books arranged? What's the order?
Have you never been in a library? He asks you like with this kind of like mocking tone.
I mean, some people like to arrange it by genre, some like to arrange it by alphabetical order, some like to arrange it by chronological or alphabetical order by authors. But I suppose it's an autobiography in a third person, maybe.
Shall I tell you? Make a persuasion check. Cabal, at this point you keep still being quite hostile to the ghost. As Lilith asks him the stuff, you see that he just kind of mocks her and kind of does like a silly with the tongue, and he kind of keeps laughing, but he doesn't tell her. Check yourself. Come on, you have legs. So, I lost my legs, and he kind of like stares, like lays down the head kind of flat, like he closes his eyes. I'm gonna have a rest, and he closes his eyes and stay floating, kind of moving like that, like a cradling baby.
God, do I have a spell to get rid of ghosts?
The question is, do you remember that you are a cleric?
Would I know I'm a cleric? Like, would I still have this?
Let's do a wisdom saving throw. As you kind of ask yourself, like, am I a cleric? And the DC will be 18. If you succeed, you will know. Wow, 31. How did you even get 31? How do you have plus 15? Oh, amazing. Of course. All right. Is that right? How can you have plus 15? Damn it. Amazing. Cool. Yeah, you remember you are a cleric of Karsos.
And so I'll remember that there was an imp with the same symbol.
I'll give you that with a 31, yeah. You don't know how you know him, but you know that... actually, yeah, you saw him just now, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But you know that you know this imp from before, with that 31, somehow, but you don't know how.
Yeah. To the devil imp, do you remember yourself? And she points towards the symbol. This is the symbol of Carthus.
Oh,
on the same side.
Yes, I remember that. I remember my name. My name is Majesto. And you don't actually know his name, so that makes sense. It sounds like, yeah, Majesto, sure.
Yeah,
as he says his name,
perfect name for a devil's spell.
The head opens his eyes. Majesto, nice to meet you. And you see that Claudio looks confused. Who am I? He says. And the head says, I don't know. Perhaps you should find your story. That will help you. Okay. And you don't see, but you hear fluffing of wings moving towards further on the shelves.
Could you
At this point,
type this ghost's name in the Roll20? What's his
yeah.
name?
1 second, I'll type it there.
Separate.
Okay.
Elzarath. All right.
Sway, at this point, as you are there, what do? You hear the conversation. All of you realize, without having to make any checks, when the imp that you didn't know told the name, he forgot who he is completely.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. I'll just go up to the imp and I'll be like, "You just said your name."
As you kind of like hear the fluffing of wings, even though you can't see him, you think that you are next to them, and then you hear the fluffing of wings. You whisper into. Now at this point, you see like a moving on the air, like a predator kind of like. It's not invisibility; it doesn't make you fully invisible. You're still detectable, so you see the warping where he is, and this kind of like mirror-like effect. Yes, he asked me for my name, so I said my name. But please, stop. Help me to find my book.
But then you just said you forgot your name.
Oh, that's a point. Which book am I looking for?
With your name on it?
And what is my name?
Majesto. You just said it.
Yeah, you just said it. What's wrong with you?
Okay, so I need to look for a book for someone called Majesto. Okay. And he...
What do you mean someone? It's you. You just said it.
Oh, okay. You said my name is Majesto. I don't actually remember.
My name is not Majesto.
Still, I feel like I trust you. I should trust you.
You told us your name is Majesto. You just did that.
When?
Just now.
So does that mean that my name is Majesto?
While this debacle is happening,
looking.
Rill is actually going to walk around searching for a book named Elzarath.
Okay.
At the same, Safira knows better, so she's gonna kind of walk off and start looking for a book with Herman.
Okay. All right. So what is Lilith like to do as you guys are doing this?
She is going to go look for her book.
Okay.
And maybe she'll suggest to Mephisto that if he wants to follow her, he can.
To who? Sorry.
Mephisto, Claudio.
Majesto.
Okay. Yeah. Majesto. Okay. Yeah.
That's right.
Mephisto. Mephisto.
He says, sure. I mean, we are Karsus buddies. So sure. Will you help me to look for my book too? You seem to be like having really big eyes. Oh wow, what are you? And he kind of starts getting close to your face with a hand. At this point, you don't see the hand, but you see like a movement on the air, But then eventually, when you said, "Come with me," he becomes visible, and you all see him again.
Yeah.
So all of you who are looking for books, make a perception or investigation check. You can do it if you're helping Claudio, Lilith. You can do his with advantage.
Okay.
If you want.
I will do his one with advantage then.
Rill is going to look for a book called Elzarath.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect.
Safira, natural one.
Investigation, did you say?
Oh, no.
Investigation?
Say it again, Mo? Yeah, investigation or perception, whichever one you prefer.
Oh, yes. 31. Let's go, Rill.
Oh, wow. Amazing. That's Claudio. Oh, nice. Nice for Claudio. Okay. The DC is 18, I'll tell you. Either investigation or perception. So, yeah, we got Swag. Do you want to roll for Cabal? For Safira. Roll for yourself. And do you want to, Cabal, find your own name too?
No, he's not. He's not looking. He's a bit.
Oh, no,
he's suspicious.
true, I was engaged. I
I'm
was
so
engaged with the conversation, so we've not.
sus with the situation. That's what Cabal's like before. You know, he doesn't. You know, he has this kind of gut feeling not to do anything. He's waiting for information to come to him before he makes a judgment call. So
And Sway, what did you say? You're engaged. You can still act. You can still look around, even if you
Well,
are
yeah, but because
conversing up to
I'm
you.
just looking from where I'm standing, like looking over the table, but it's not possible for me to see it. No?
I mean,
What did I roll?
you are moving around.
Ah,
You
I
have
rolled 23. I'm
23,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, so I was looking something else.
All right. So real. Let's start. Let's leave real for the last, if it's okay with you, just to make you suffer. Sway with your.
Okay.
Oh, Lilith, are you looking for your own book as well?
Yeah, she'll look for her book as well.
Yeah. So Claudio finds a book that says the story of Majesto, and in there, on the book, that is the story of Majesto. And then when she opens it, there is gaps on his name. He starts telling the story without saying his name all along. You see, as far back, Majesto started his life in the mountains of on the heavens of Mount Celestia. He had quite a treacherous time as a celestial creature, and he kind of starts telling the story of how in time he started doing the wrong things for the wrong people and helping and listening to the wrong voices, and eventually ended up back in the hells where he was never actually belonging to, and how he became a holy fan. He was a holy fant, that's what he starts saying, and then he got converted into an imp after he upset the balance of the realms and upset the wrong planet, a solar, and that's how his life ended, kind of thing. And then he keeps going and going and going, and he tells the story of how he was in Balaki and for a long time under the service until the point that he met you all and he got rescued, how he joined you, the whole story. Okay, for you, Sway, the same. You find your book, it starts telling your story, but on your book, your story, it kind of like you don't think this is your story, you know?
Of course it's not. I'm really pissed off because I was selling fish for 3 months non-stop to get to this place to see it, and like this.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't talk about your life in Rivalis. It says that you are from a place called Toril, a continent called Ferrum, an island, the Munche Islands. It doesn't ever meet. It doesn't make any sense. All the places you don't have no clue.
Of course, I don't even like. He's talking about elf, and I'm not even elf. And as I look myself, meantime I gifted to something else or whatever.
For you, Lilith, you find the story as well of yourself. However, it's not mentioning your name, and this story to you doesn't really make sense neither. I mean, you kind of know innately it could be your story, but it sounds so sci-fi. It's just like, I mean, too fantastic, you know? It doesn't feel credible to you. It's like, what? I did what? You know, all these things. You get to the points like, I heard the two children because they were witches and they were evil, and I knew, and I did the right call, and then the werewolves, like all these stories just feels like a children's fairy tale, you know? And
my story. No, sorry.
No. Let's just go. Say your question, and then we go to Cabal.
No. You go.
Okay. So, real. You find the book of Eltharath, and he says, okay. Okay, 1 second. His name was Elzaras. He was born in Oerth, in 1420 CY. Since childhood, he had a fascination for everything book-related and became a bookworm by a young age, helping and participating in any events relating with any library he ever knew. His family was also from Ilaluk, where all the scientific studies and things took place in Earth. However, and you all kind of like start reading the story, Real, make a wisdom saving throw yourself, Real, to see what Real remembers of himself, as he says Ilaluk in there.
Wisdom saving throw from Real.
Yeah. I believe he has advantage. I'm not sure if he's using it. He should be. I know he doesn't want to like using it. But
I don't know why he would have advantage. It doesn't say.
I know. It's because his race was a bit Alchem, but we changed race for him. But I kind of did a deal with him. But it's not possible but it doesn't matter. 24 is more than enough. He can decide. So just do it normal for today, and then he can decide it.
Yeah.
Because he finds it a bit too broken. Okay. So with a 24, you don't know why, Real, but you know that Ilaluk is a place in Darkon, not on Earth. You don't know where Earth is, but you know that Ilaluk is a university in Darkon. It's not a place in Earth, whatever Earth is. And as you keep reading the story, you start to realize it seems to be weird things that don't make sense. Like someone made up the story a little bit. Do you want to go to the very back of his book?
The only true thing in that is the University of Darkon.
The University of Ilaluk, yeah.
Yeah.
That seems to be a real place, for real. He knows that he spoke. He doesn't know why, but he knows that he met two scholars at some point, investigators that were from Ilaluk. One that he met somewhere. Out of game, this is Arthur and Alanic Ray that are from Ilaluk. And he had a conversation with them and told them, oh, that would be good. I would love to visit Ilaluk if it's a place with lots of scientific research and things like that. But he doesn't know, can't pinpoint where. Let's go back to you, maybe, Lilith.
Yeah, I'll be right back. 1 second, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Yep.
What do you do, Lilith?
So the story doesn't make any sense. There's does it mention when we come into this place?
Yeah. He speaks. They were taken by the mist. For forces unknown to them, the dark power chose them to make a difference on the domains. They thought that it was Strahd Banzarovich who lured them into his realm. Yet they didn't know that the dark powers had a much bigger plan for them.
And does it mention how we got into this library?
Yeah, you go back to kind of like your few pages before now, kind of like as he keeps writing, you feel that the book it keeps writing itself as well as you are reading it on the other end. But as you go back, it says that you enter the library after being in the room of necromancy. The heroes discover the way to open the ethereal gate to go into the Hall of Names. And you realize something, actually, with this. Give me an insight check, please. Because your name is not there. It keeps saying the woman. But on the book, there is your name on it. You think to yourself that it's awkward that you notice when this companion, this person that you aren't sure who it is, who called himself Sway, he said his name aloud earlier,
Yeah.
tried to write his name on the book of names. Somehow he didn't write it. You saw it. You were next to him. He went to write the name, but he didn't write it. And you start to think, if it's my name and my book, why is my name not written on it, only on the cover? But why wasn't he able to write his book, his name on the very big book? There is a book there floating in the air that is the size of a person. That is the one that with the rainbow quill that is still there, kind of writing. And you think that that's odd.
When I was looking in that big book, I didn't see my name in there either, did I?
No. But there was a part on the book that you saw him looking at the very end, where he has all these names of people.
Yeah. Could I have a look again to see if I see Sway's name in the big book?
Okay. Make a perception or investigation. While you're doing that, Sway, what are you doing?
Oh,
No,
that's one.
I was just thinking, once I got the idea that I'm someone else and then not actual Sway, like the things you told me, they're from different places and this. What am I in that memory? Am I still elf or am I human or something? Would I change?
Yeah,
and don't remember being elf?
Let's say I'll leave it to you. I'll leave it for you to decide that. Whatever you, as Tom wants, what would you like it to be?
Yeah, I think I would like it to be actually that once the other ones look at me, I don't probably look like Sway anymore. If my memory is someone else and I have the ability to kind of look at something else, I'm just trying to figure out if I'm in the other memory, I'm still looking at elf, or am I human?
You're still an elf.
Okay, so that makes it easier.
But you are a less refined elf. Like you yourself have like a noble-ish education, and your family is quite prominent and all that. But this version of you is more like a, all right, how is it going? It's like a bit like that style. You're a fisherman now, kind of. Lilith, as you start looking for the name of yourself, not only you don't find your name, at some point you start getting distracted, and for a second you start to forget who you are. Make another wisdom saving throw. Are you back, Mo?
Yeah,
no, I think. What will you, Cabal and Real, be doing? Okay, but you overcome it, Lilith. You think for a second, who am I? And then you're like, no, I'm Lilith.
Yeah.
And you remember what you wrote on that book. Yeah, I'm Lilith. I'm in that fairy tale. That's the kind of thing.
Cabal's gonna just walk around, see what everyone's reading, and then just bump into Real and be like, Blue Boy, what are you doing? And Real will be like, I'm reading a book. Do you mind? That's not your... Is that your book? No, it's the book of the librarian. Well, what does it say? Something doesn't add up. I'm not too sure. Maybe the big book has answers? Here, hold this book. And I'll go look at the other one. What do you mean? Don't worry. You'll be fine. Just hold the book. All right. And then Real kind of begins walking towards the big book, and then he'll just say, "Oh, your name was Elzerath, right? I think he's found your book over there. That big boy. He found your book, by the way."
Oh, that's very boring. I'm sure there is nothing of interest on my book. Why would you want to find my book? Oh no, there is much better books here.
Do you mind if you could guide him to his book? And he doesn't. I don't think he's just snooping in other people's business.
Oh, you young man. He looks towards Real. What's your name? Let me help you.
I don't need it. I don't need help at the moment. I'm just thinking. Maybe you could help the big boy because he doesn't seem to be he seems to be just wandering around everywhere.
All right, so if you don't give me your name, I cannot help you, but
The big boy will give you his name. He probably will help you.
Oh, what's your name, big boy?
What? I can't hear you. What are you saying?
What's your name, big boy? He repeats it again.
If I tell you my name, will I forget it?
No, why would you forget? Your names cannot be forgotten.
Will's gonna sneak up at the back and he's gonna look in the book and look for Elzerath's name in the big book.
Okay. Make a investigation or perception check. Okay. He finds the name and a surname. Rake. He finds as well as the name there is this Reiki, or with capitals. I just put it fast there, but that's the other part of the name. And, yeah.
Okay. With that, he's gonna look for a book with that surname on it. Yeah, to see if there's another name.
Okay. All right. So he starts going on the shelves. Do you want to spend a bit of time on that doing it?
Yeah, Will's gonna looking around. He's gonna just keep looking around and trying to puzzle things together.
Okay, perfect.
Just grabbing books, trying to see if this guy, this
All right.
book has that person's name. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Meanwhile, that happens. Lilith, I think it was you who will be next. What will you be doing?
She's gonna have a look at the book again. She doesn't understand why she was distracted the first time. Maybe just there's too many people talking in the library, so she's listening in on them and not actually focus on what she was wanting to do. So she's gonna have a look in the big book again for her name.
Perfect. Yeah. So make another perception or investigation check. Anything from you, Sway? While Lilith does that.
I'm not sure really. I think I'm just looking through the book and trying to figure out what it is.
Okay. Make another perception or investigation check if you are looking for general things.
Yeah, like if something ticks, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to you. You find the book, Elzerath, but you notice there is no surname on the book cover, only the name.
There is no book of Rakir, only the book that Cabal has in his hand of Elzerath.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You gather that Rekir is his surname as you start looking and kind of like eventually you keep looking and you think, oh shit, maybe it's his surname. But then you realize that on the book that Cabal has, there is no surname written. However, you notice on the cover, you could easily write it. There is a space, enough space to write it.
Big boy, I think I want to continue reading that book if that's okay. Sure, here, take it. I'm going to see what that lady with leaves doing. Goodbye. Yeah. And he's gonna take the book, and he's gonna go and back to the only thing he can see that can write is the quill, and try to grab the quill to see if he can write this guy's surname and etch it into the book
into
itself.
his small book. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So make a grapple check as you are there, Lilith, looking for your name. You actually find on the big book. You don't find your name. You find a story of the woman, and he starts telling The woman was a follower of Karsus. She was born in the world of Oran. It's telling you she was created on the world of Oran. And once more, as you start reading it, it feels like a fairy tale to you.
Oh.
But your name is not written there. It's actually telling you the holy woman. It describes you as.
She'll turn to Ifrith and say, "Why doesn't the book mention me properly here?"
Oh, I don't know your name. You haven't mentioned your name to me. The book knows what I know.
Okay, let's have a look at this book together, because I thought I'd told you my name, and now she's thinking back on when he said he forgot his name. Yeah, so we'll go to the book, and then she'll say, "My name is Lilith." Does it
Make a wisdom
Here.
saving throw at
Oh,
disadvantage this time.
at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Shit.
Because you said it. It's been already. It's becoming harder.
Still
Okay,
good.
you as you say that, you see that the head is kind of focused on you, like you know what an inside check is. He's trying to read your how you react. However, as that's happening, Sway, you find a loose paper that seems to. You open this book, and it's completely unrelated. And this paper just flies into you and sticks to your chest, almost like for a second. With this kind of how is it called? Like the thingy when you touch the things, and it gets stuck to you.
Like a electrostatic.
Yeah, like a static thingy, and it kind of like stays kind of like there, and it slides into the floor.
Oh, I grabbed it before it falls down.
Okay. As you look at the paper, it's signed Firan Salhonen as the land of Crane once more. And it's kind of like a story. It's talking about someone that you don't know who it is, called Ilric. The name seems familiar, but you don't know why. And it tells this story. You can actually, it says, flesh of my flesh, my son. He was a son of my son, flesh of my blood, but he's a disappointment. How can he rule? I had to do it. You kind of like, as reading on the note, you gather by this that this is the story of this person who was his son, but somehow he had him executed. He said in there that he killed him. He had him killed. It was a shame for him. And it's that like a whole story of him. And in there, and you guys can read that on your own time. However, do you want to pocket? It feels to you, you don't know why, but it feels important. It feels like it's something you don't want to throw away. There is a lot of stuff about this Firan Salhonen and why, who is it? It feels like important. At that point, you notice as well, as you are kind of let the paper go, you notice on the paper itself, there is a tiny thin spider web that goes all the way to the ceiling. And as you follow that spider, you see an indigo blue spider that just crawls into the ceiling and disappears out of view.
What was that? Did you guys see that?
No, I'm not too sure.
There was a really weird-looking spider. Just be careful, no one gets bit here. The last thing what we need right now.
Meantime, you are writing the book. Then you want to write his name on the book, right? Real?
Yeah, but he's gonna be like, he can remember how tough this quill can be to control. He's going to ask. He's gonna wave towards Cabal, and Cabal's gonna be like, "What do you want?" He's gonna usher him towards him. Cabal's gonna walk up to him. "What is it?" "I need you to grab the quill again, and then write what I tell you to write." "Why should I listen to you?" "Well, if you want your memories back, as I do as well, you'd be wise to listen to me.
Lilith's gonna try and grab the quill. No, sorry, Bloodwick's gonna try and grab the quill.
Okay, yeah, make an athletics check as well.
Just
Why are you at
Abal, you can, if you wanna grab it first, you can make a athletics check too. Whoever gets the
Real and
higher.
Kabbalah having this conversation. I guess he's Bloodwick is just like, "Ugh,
Yeah.
mine."
Yeah, you grab the pen, Bloodwick, and just like the same with when Sway did it, you start to turn kind of rainbow-like slowly from your hand. It kind of moves up and up and up.
Yep.
What do you do?
Does he feel any pain from it?
No,
Uh,
but as the color keeps moving more and more, he feels that he's becoming the quill. So he has time to do something quickly, but it won't be long until. He's not gonna be completely stuck. You saw how Sway let it go.
yeah, he's going to try and write Ifrith into the book.
Do you write with the surname too?
Yes, full name.
Okay. As
His
you actually become this kind of pen and you try to go and write his name, as it's not his name, his own name, you write it without problem. And in the moment you write his name, you see the ghost look at you and he says, "You stupid, 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 stupid." And then he vanishes and disappears. In a weird way, like almost like painfully disappeared. It wasn't like he just became invisible. He vanished. He's been banished somehow.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow, that was a nice trick, Lily. You do this
That wasn't me.
normally
That
for
was
living?
Bloodwick. Yeah, that was me. I did it.
Oh, that was so sorry.
And Lilith, you look at Bloodwick at this point, and he's the pen, and you see his hand without having to make any save. He starts writing on the book and telling what is happening on the quill. Does he let go of the pen, or does he keep
Yes, he lets go when the pen starts writing.
Yeah.
Using his hand.
So he's saying, as he felt that the pen was taking over, he let go of it. The turtle barbarian. That's how he described him. Let's say barbarian because he sounds racist. But yeah.
Real says,
Yeah.
barbarian. You're pretty smart for a barbarian. More smarter than this one here. And he looks towards Cabal. But anyway, could you potentially pick this up and write the surname on the end of this book as well? Try to.
Right.
He did.
A hero in the big book or the small book?
Yeah, on the big book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to write it on the small book, right? That's what we want to do.
Okay.
Find out his story,
perfect.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Alright.
I'll ask him to write it on the end. The
I don't
surname.
know.
As he let go of the pen, make another athletics check to grab it again.
What check?
Athletics again, because he let go of the pen. Yeah.
How is Bloodwick's arm looking? Did it return back to normal?
Yeah. As he let go, his color came back to normal.
Okay, he's gonna quickly try and grab it, write the name, and then let go.
Okay.
17.
I may roll. Actually, I'll roll 20. The quill is got a +6 to this.
He's running pretty good then.
Oh.
Well, not good enough. He grabs it. And then he starts to write the surname on the small book.
Yep.
He writes the surname, Cabal. You check in as well what is happening to the book. You see how the story reshuffled itself. And there is a new beginning now. And it says, Erthorath was born in Ilaluk. He was born to a humble family of hardworking farmers. And then the story kind of starts to resemble itself, like he still was obsessed by books, he wanted this, until he gets to a point eventually when he became of age, he decided to go to the palace of Avernus to ask the king for a job.
Oh, can Bloodwick then, as it's starting to write, grab the pen again and say that he declined the job offer?
Just to
Okay.
change it. Okay.
Yeah, as you do that and change it, you write that there, and then in the moment you finish writing, you see the ink kind of dissipates and it doesn't stay there.
It doesn't change history.
What?
You want to go to the end of the book
Oh,
Yeah.
to see what happened to him when you uttered his name and wrote it there. Actually,
sure.
it
Yeah.
says, as the stupid barbarian wrote his name and surname into the book, unfortunately for him, the mystery was revealed, and as his name was uttered, he was banished temporarily from the library until the heroes would write their own names on the book, opening the ethereal gate.
Well, I
Yet
guess
they knew they had to write each other's not each other's names, but the names of their own friends, as they experienced when he didn't write his own name, he didn't feel a compulsion to be stopped.
as long as we don't write each other's names in the book, it should be fine, I guess.
Who are these heroes they
As long as you understand, as long as you write each other's
The
name,
other
but
way
not
around,
yours.
yeah.
Not your
Not
own.
your name, but others' names.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's not here. We should tell each other our names, right? This
No.
is the opportunity.
The book is... Actually, no, it should be fine, as long as we don't say it back. Maybe it's best we don't call each other by our real names for now.
What do you mean? Why
What
not?
do you mean? I don't have a fake name.
Because if you tell me your name and I say your name, the quill will write your name into the book.
No, we do not. We have to write. You have to write. If I tell you my name, you have to write the name that I tell you
You have
in the
to-
book.
You think
Physically
that
writing.
what you said makes sense, Lilith. As you say that, you see the pen writing what you're saying, and the big book is writing everything you're saying. So if you say your true name, the pen will write it, not you. But will it write it? You are unsure.
But we still need to know each other's names. Let's use the imp. We know its name, right?
What do you mean? Let's use the imp.
I think it's a good
That
idea.
sounds so mean.
Let me
Why
grab
don't we
the.
use you?
I'll grab the imp. I'll grab the ink and write
Oh,
Mephisto's
stop
name.
it.
Mephisto's name in there.
I'll tell the Goliath to stop.
Goliath does not stop. He's gonna write Mephisto in the big book.
Okay.
He's gonna pull the book before he finishes writing.
Make
God
a
damn it.
athletics contested check.
Oh,
Let's do it like that. Just both of you do athletics. Whoever gets the highest number will be successful, just to make it simple.
let's do this. No.
Actually, it's against you. You can choose then. Sorry. Oh, no. Wow. Okay. I think the dice have spoken. Lilith, you kind of grab it and you feel like, oh, I got it. And then you realize that you have one page in your hand, and then the page disappears as the page kind of flies towards the book and reattaches itself, and you have the whole book, Cabal. And you keep writing. And as you write the Mephisto, Claudio says, "Oh my God! What the fuck? Lilith! Oh, I remember everything! What did you do?
I'm writing Lilith.
Come out!" And he keeps saying the names of all of you. Kind of. But you see, as you are writing, when he says your name, he writes Mephisto kept mentioning the names of the big man, the holy woman, and he's actually not writing your name.
I'll write Lilith's name after that. Every time I hear someone's name, I'll just write it. When he says Cabal, I'll write Cabal as well. No. Well, I know my name, right? So I won't write that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But
All right. So as you write Lilith star, actually Lilith, enough. You write it at Lilith, your memory returns, and you know what you're doing here and everything. And you look at your friends and you think, what is going on? Did you think the same of Claudio? What the F? What the frack? Yeah.
Yeah. The fuck? She will then look around and say Saphira's full name.
All right. So, how do you spell that? Is it Sapphira or is it?
S-A-F-F, Sapphire.
Sapphire.
I-R-E-A. No, it's
It's got H at the end, Claudio will say. Sapphira!
yeah, I think it was S-A-F-F-I-R-A maybe.
Okay. As you write her name eventually, after a couple of mistakes, you have to correct it. Yep. Rainbow Lilith, because as you are writing, you are fully rainbow. You have enough time to write, and you almost feel like you're writing the name, but at the same time, you are writing a story all at once, you know? And the pen, it just is incomprehensible. Like, you are in two places at once, but it's impossible. But that's what's happening right now. And as you write her name, she remembers everything.
I remember everything. Cabal, keep writing the names down.
I am.
Bloodwick. Van Richten.
Oh, yes. Van Richten. He repeats the name, and then you see him, he scratches his head for a second. And he says, who am I? You know? So you gather that him saying his own name doesn't help. He just forgot again who he was for a second. But then his name is written. And if you guys are okay, Sway, or are you happy for them to write your name as well? Or do you want to interact? Anything else from you in the room?
No, I'm just gonna say my name aloud. Yeah, my full name is Sway Silverspear.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you say your name, Lilith, you get the name, but you yourself think for a second, what's my name? And then you go back to you being the fisherman and all that. I'm from Darkon, but what's my name?
Go to the book. Is my name in the book?
I believe you wrote her name, Cabal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, once the book knows your name, then it doesn't matter anymore. You can say your name, and you realize that once the book, you wrote your name on the book, and let's say that once all of you's names are on the book, you hear like a sound, a whooshing sound, and on the door that is open there, that it seems to be some kind of lounge area with sofas and stuff, you see a blue ethereal gate appears. Opens, kind of rotating, like a mirror, like you saw, like the one you entered to get here.
It walks through, and Bloodwick will follow.
Wait, hold up. Cabal and Sway doesn't know his name, right?
I will say that in the moment, because Lily said she wrote it, so then in the moment he writes it, then he returns all the memories, so all of you get all your memories back.
So who wrote my name? Who wrote Cabal's name?
Lilith.
Oh gosh. Well,
Did he? I don't know. I mean, let's say that you all did, just to now that you know the puzzle kind of like scenario, you figured it out. So well done, guys. That was it took a bit longer than I thought. Sorry for that.
Did it?
you overestimate us.
No, I mean, you guys were amazing. It's a difficult thing, you know, but yeah, amazing. Well done.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we'll all step through.
Okay. And as you step through the gate, you find yourself in another room. Straight away, you feel magic emanating from this room. All of you, actually at this point, all of you have touched with magic in different ways, so all of you can make an Arcana check. As I described, you see the long shelves against the south wall that holds all the spells components, all these different more like feather. Oh my god! Okay, that's scary. Okay, wow. All these different. How did you do that? Actually, like that's one is for Bloodwing. You roll a one for yourself. You roll a 0. That's fucking amazing. Pretty much. Okay, so let's say Lilith and Bloodwing, you are unsure.
Arcana, you said?
Yeah, Arcana check, all of you, if you want to figure out. And you see this, the shelves, there is all these spell components, more like feathers and natural things. You see also in the center in the room, there is an iron ring with several chains hooked to it. Each end, there is a manacle suitable for restraining prisoners, potentially. Also, there is 3 large unbroken cylindrical glass containers that are filled with a green liquid that now stains the floor and is all connected to the ceiling. With a history check, as you look at this room, you realize that this was an apparatus. This is a destroyed apparatus of some sort. This is the same soul transferring ritual apparatus that Strahd you try to use to get Saphira's soul back, and this whole ritual of defragmenting creatures. Also, you see cages that are on the east and west of the room, and each cage contains an animal, a creature, or a monster. Just before that, let's go through the Arcana checks before we forget that. So Sway is Cabal 6, Saphira 13. Okay, so Saphira, Real, and Sway. You feel a very strong transmutation magic in this room, and you gather this is the magical room of transmutation. When you look at the cages, you see that there is different animals as well on cages. Innocuous little animals. You see mice, rabbits, frogs, cats, snakes, bats, and all these tiny critters. But on the larger cages as well, you see what it seems to be a large egg that is cracked all around it in one of the empty cage. Also, there is in the larger cages, there is a cow, something that looks like a giant worm. You have a gremishka, that is this kind of gremlin-like creature. You have a baboon, a mongrel folk, a leech, and like a leech, like the ones that suck the blood, but it's also giant kind of size, and a female halfling that seems to be sleeping or passed out or dead. Unsure.
What is this, a menagerie?
So you have the apparatus, you have cages with the small animals, bigger cages with bigger creatures and animals and a person, and then there is the cracked shells of a dragon looking like egg. Saphira, let's start with that. Saphira, as you look at this egg, you recognize this egg was identical to the one you had once upon a time.
Okay, I'm gonna carefully...
You actually know that each dragon egg is completely unique, yet this one is exactly identical to the one you had.
Okay, I would pick up the shell, probably. Whatever remains there. There is no... Is the cage is open, or is just the...
No, it's just closed? The cage is open, and it seems to be like a broken kind of like pieces of the egg there, yeah.
Okay, well, I pick up the shells, I guess. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That feels like a druid thing to do.
As you pick up the shells, you feel the voice of the dragon spirit within you. and you feel warmth, like a homecoming sensation, like you are doing the right thing. And you hear in your voice, you hear in your mind, take it. It will help us later on.
Yeah, and as I hear this, I kind of would go.
And you trust it, you know. He saved your life. He kind of almost sacrifice himself to save you, you know.
Anything
you
else?
put it on the back of Holden.
Except the shell there, if I check properly. Is there
In
anything
there,
else?
on the cage where you are, there is only the...
only the shell, yeah?
Yeah, okay. The Lilith, Cabal, what are you guys doing?
I'll nod towards the halfling woman.
Let me move you to the right room, actually. One second.
She's a half elf or halfling?
Halfling, yeah.
Halfling. Can someone... Is the cage unlocked or locked?
It's only the
certainly
dragon
have a
cage is unlocked, yeah?
Yeah, only the dragon cage is to be unlocked.
Okay, I will go up to the halfling and find out if she's still alive.
Okay, go ahead and make a medicine check. Oh, you center it? Oh, thank you, Cabal. I'll just do a little bit more, so it's a bit...
Thank you, Cabal.
I mean, Mo. I know, I'm sorry. Once I'm on game, I either call your character Mo or I call you Cabal. You know, that's my style. Okay.
No worries, L10.
Yep. Oh no. Oh well, that's okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Lilith, the woman seems to be breathing, but you see she is unconscious. You also see she's very emaciated. Emaciated, yeah, as well as all the. Say it again. Say it for me.
Emaciated.
Emaciated.
Yeah.
Okay, so as well as all the animals around, there is like a cow, there is the Grimishka. You recognize these creatures, like majority of them, you've seen them before. You've never seen a giant leech like this one, but you recognize the Grimishka and you've seen a cow before, you've seen a baboon before, you've seen a mongrel before. That is actually not a monster, it's a humanoid as well. And you see this one is also unconscious. And you gather they haven't eaten for a long time. They seem very malnourished.
Lilith will look towards the druid. Are you able to create some food?
Safira?
Yeah. I'm not sure actually. Can I?
You might have the spell create food and water prepared. Just check your spells.
No, it's not here. Nothing like that.
Good berry?
I can heal. That's what I can do. Or cure wounds.
Heal. Do you have prepared create food and water yourself, Lilith? I think it's a cleric as well.
No, she doesn't. I was going to ask, does she have good berry?
Oh, okay. Does she have good berry? That's a good one.
Nah.
No, yeah. Okay.
I don't see anything like that here.
All right. Let's say make a fate roll.
She has poison
I mean, we have
spray.
some rations. Why don't we just...
Which one? Kaba?
Poison spray.
Poison. Oh no. Poison spray, so she makes good berries that taste like poison ivy. Nice. Yeah, okay. She says no, then I guess.
I mean, we do have rations.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, Lilith will share out some of her rations and excluding the giant leech.
Okay.
Was that 4 or 5 creatures?
So in total, let me just tell you. 7 creatures, excluding the two. If you don't want to feed the 2 worms, you have a giant worm and a giant leech. They are both worm-like creatures, both giant. Yeah. So without those 2, there will be 5 creatures.
Okay.
However, you give them the food, but you see that the animals seem to be eating it, but the halfling female seems to be too weak.
Okay, Lilith will cast first level Cure Wounds on her.
Okay. As you cast the first level Cure Wounds, you see she kind of opens her eye and looks at you and kind of thanks you with a head, but you see that somehow maybe she's mute. She seems to not be able to speak.
Are you able to talk? Have you lost your ability to talk?
She says no. Yeah.
Okay.
And she kind of puts this face. Like, sorry, kind of face. I wish I could kind of face.
Here, eat some food. It's not much, but it's all we have at the moment.
Okay. She looks at it, grabs it, and she starts eating it. She doesn't seem very enthusiastic about it, but she kind of eats it.
She will then turn around and look. Bloodwick, do you mind carrying her?
The cage is closed.
Why do I have to carry her? The cage is closed?
Yeah.
Like locked closed or?
Locked closed, yeah. Like you see all the cages are locked, yeah.
Yeah, so Sway is gonna help with that.
Okay, so go ahead. Do you wanna just you describe us what happens? You also notice Cabal and especially Real. I'll say this to you, Real. You notice there is like some kind of cabinet full of files. You know, there is some kind of like filing cabinet as well that has notes, and there is a table with all these papers strewn around. You know.
Okay, I have a question actually. If you do something as a ritual, it doesn't consume a spell slot, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so Real would be like...
As long as I think wizards can even... I'm not 100% sure, but I think wizards can cast rituals as long as they know the spell. They don't even have to have it prepared, but I'm not... Let's say that... for
this one's
today,
prepared
I'm not
anyway.
sure.
This one's prepared anyway. So anyway, he'll sit down, he'll open his book, and you'll see him kind of taking out these kind of green, purple... threads from the book, like they just appear like magic weaves, and he'll connect it. He'll connect one to his head, and then from that one, he'll walk up to Lilith and connect that another to her head, pull another thread out of her head, and just kind of walk around to everyone around, up until it gets to the halfling girl and put it to her head, and as a ritual, he's going to cast telepathic bond.
Ooh. Amazing. Okay, so I believe, let's see, how many creatures? 8 willing creatures, so it's 8 of you. So, yeah, that sounds perfect.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah, not
Let's say that...
Bloodwick has a intelligence score of -1.
No, he's fine. He can do it as well.
No, it's fine. I mean, when it says 2 there, it means like -8, I think.
Oh, like the small number.
Yeah, the small number, yeah.
Sorry, the bigger number.
Yeah. So he's fine. He's got 10. I think he's got 8, no? Total, yeah. So he's 6 numbers is still okay. 6 more. Okay. Sway, please, how do you open these cages?
Yes, I'm just standing behind Lilith, kind of like just kind of assessing what's going on, trying to give a hand. So I see, when I see the lock, for whatever reason, I feel like, yeah, let me try it. I think I could open it for, I don't know why, but I think maybe because I made so many hooks, by fishing, and it feels like if I make this hook and I take something out and I create like a hook pick, and I try to open the lock.
All right. Okay. As you start trying to open the lock, you feel this weird magic, like a whooshing sound coming from the lock itself. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Of course.
As he was magically trapped.
You didn't make an investigation check?
I know, I asked him to actually describe it because I was hoping he would. Sway,
Hmm.
you turn into a cow. And you see a huge cow where Sway was, and his lockpick tools, everything merged into you, but the lockpick tools fell on the floor. And as that happens, I think we'll go on a very quick break.
Oh
If
man,
that's
all
okay
these
with everyone.
creatures,
Am
all
I
these creatures.
pretty cow, like a wagyu
You are
or something?
the most beautiful elven cow. I would say she's got elven ears. Is this
Elven
cow
ears
is
and long
just
hair,
like,
yeah? Elven
yeah,
ears
Alright.
and long hair.
like a beautiful kind of like imagine like a cow like proper
a-
like a braids,
The
you know, like
bull, you
elven
mean?
braids.
Bull, yeah?
No,
Yeah, bull, sure.
he's the cow from the he's the cow from the what's that triangle
Baby
cheese?
Oh, Dairy.
The laughing cow.
Really,
The laughing cow.
Oh, cow and chicken? Cow and chicken?
Cow
Oh my
chicken.
god.
Is the most beautiful elven cow you've ever seen. And as that happens, and you kind of see the woman, the halfling woman look at it like shocked,
And I
and,
just,
all the animals make a sound like moo, kind of like lost control as that happens.
and I sway kind of like as it's happening, just the last look in his eyes, looking at Lilith, like kind of turns his head as he's turning, like, what the hell is happening? And,
Yeah. Okay, that's amazing. And don't go anywhere, guys. Thanks for watching. For you who are watching from home, we won't be long. We'll be back shortly for more Avernus madness.
Hey, people.
All right, and we are back as our heroes just entered the rune of transmutation, and after found some creatures there that seemed to be locked in cages. And as they tried to investigate, Sway went to unlock the cage to release the creatures after rations were given to them, and they seemed to be recuperating slightly. And as Sway went to open the lock, he did not check for a magical trap and suddenly turned into the most beautiful elven cow ever. And that's the way we left it out. As you all perplexed, the animals go berserk and all of the animals start shouting or doing some kind of noise, except the mongrel that seems to be still very weak, and the woman that seems to be just staring into the room completely unreactive. I also mentioned that Real noticed there was a big cabinet as well, full of files and documents, and a table full of wizardry kind of notes and stuff.
Well, seeing what just happened with Sway, Real's going to turn around and be like, "Don't touch anything. This place is probably booby-trapped. We should start looking around to see if there's other magical traps around."
And Sway's just gonna take 2 steps forward and start eating the hay in the open cage.
If I'm correct,
Yeah, you start eating some dry hay. It tastes like a 5 months old dry hay that was around the egg shells, and you start chewing on that.
because Real says, if I'm correct, then what Sway has is a magical effect called polymorph. Potentially, we should test the theory. Cabal or Bloodwick, can you punch Sway? Punch the cow, yes. All right, are you sure? Okay. Cabal's going to just punch.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Oh my god. Unarmed strike. That's a 22.
Yeah, that hits the cow.
8 points of damage.
Okay. As you punch this cow, Sway, you feel your jaw unhinge as you are bloodied, and you see the cow's kind of this huge bruise on its face, and then you see that she unfortunately spits a few teeth, and there is a blood kind of like pouring out of her mouth as you are full of hay. Do you react in any way? This guy just punched you, cow Sway. Even though you know he's your ally. You know he's your ally because
if he's
that's what
in the reach, it doesn't matter. I was just eating peacefully here. I'm just gonna try to kick him with my hind feet.
So make a roll a d20 and add +6 to it.
Oh my god, a +6?
Do you want to charge?
Wow, that was lucky. You were lucky. It rolled from 18 to 5.
Oh wow, okay. So that will be 11, right? Total. Yeah, 11 +6. Yeah. So you see this slow motion Bloodwick with your battle readiness. You see the cow kind of like trying to kick you, but then you manage to actually. How do you react to it, Bloodwick?
Bloodwick didn't hit him. Cabal hit him.
Oh, Cabal. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Cabal. It was okay. So Cabal, you see this happening. What do you react to? Dutch the attack.
I'll say, is that meant to happen? He hasn't turned back, and we'll be like, cows tend to be quite hearty. Punch him again. So he's gonna go and punch him again.
Okay, so make another attack roll.
That's another 8 points of damage.
Okay, as you punch again this cow, Sway, slowly you see like from the cow form, it kind of starts morphing back, and it kind of like coalesces into a much smaller, handsome, slender, beautiful visage of Sway.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
was
back
right.
to himself.
I'm always right. Says Real.
Do you think the others are the same condition, that they've all been polymorphed?
Potentially, if you want to go around beating them up to see if they return back, then yes. But I would actually like to go read those books and papers to see more of what is kind of going on. But I'm not going to go there if there's going to be something turning me into a cow or a lich or a bird or you know, I don't, or a snake. Oh, that's the worst. I don't want to be a snake. Is there a snake in this room?
No. No reptiles at all. Yeah.
No reptiles at all. Yes. So, Cabal's gonna be like, oh, I'll look around to see if there's any traps near the bookcase and the cabinet and the table. I'll go make an
Okay.
investigation check.
All right. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
But before you leave, I'm gonna punch you in the shoulder. Yeah, how does that feel, huh?
Feel what? Was I meant to feel something?
Nothing. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Yeah. So Cabal's Real's gonna be behind, just assisting. So I'll roll with advantage.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, amazing.
There's a 25.
Okay, with a 25, I will reveal this actually. I'll just give it to you. We can read it together. Coming up, you find a bunch of notes. All seem... Okay, I'll put it in your journal here. I can do actually show to players. Yeah. Okay, so you should see it on the screen now. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so it starts the first note. The eye somehow found its way to me. I'm sure of it. Yet it took me a while to discern that the eye of the legends is the eye of the legend that once belonged to the Lord of the Rotting Tower. Who was it? How did he become a demigod? I find myself unable to stop thinking about it. Sometimes even feel the presence of his shadow nearby, whispering ancient words of power and giving cryptic answers to some of my questions. Perhaps this is the key to my escape. Would you like to read the next note, someone? So I recover my voice after that.
Some notes describing the unfortunate death of the baby worm clone after my failed attempt to leave Darkon using the apparatus that resulted on the duplication. Many entries on the ways attempted to resurrect it, including trying to use the unknown power of the Golden Eye, a chanting ritual.
Yeah, so these notes, the last kind of entry, the one you just read, is different notes. You know, there is different. You see there, I tried this spell to bring back the dragon Wyrmlon, the baby dragon. I tried this other thing. I tried using the apparatus. So many different ways, and all of them failed. And then the last page, it seems to be a ritual that it says. Ancient through polymorph reversal. I remember Real speaks Draconic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's on Draconic, and it seems to be a chanting ritual.
Yeah, it is.
As he looks at it, he feels, without having to make an Arcana check, that this ritual will potentially reverse some of the creatures back.
The creatures back? Or
to their original form. Yeah, the creatures that have been polymorphed, they will reverse them back into their original form. You are unsure which creatures, if some of them are actually animals, but if any creature you chant this ritual to, it will potentially reverse to their original form.
What out of game? What level character, level spell is it? And then what is
this
it?
Is beyond. This is a very high level.
But it can be cast ritually.
Yeah, this is not a spell that he can learn. It's actually a level 10 spell. It's beyond your guy's level for anyone, but it's on this instance he can use it, as long as he's got the paper. I guess he could do it, but it's simply some kind of ancient version of a dispel magic, much stronger, enough to dispel true polymorph. So it's
So
a
these
level
creatures have
10
they've been
spell.
tested to become true polymorph.
Yeah, you gather that based on how strong the spell is. You think to yourself, real, knowing definitely Asdalin Rex has dispel magic. He could have cast it if he wanted to reverse these creatures. He could have done that, but I guess they are true polymorph. That's why it needs something stronger than that.
You will say, I guess that adds up. The reason why these creatures have not reverted back into their normal form is because this is a much more powerful spell. Something that he's been testing to get what he wants, and he'll look towards Saphira. Unfortunately, I believe he may have succeeded in resurrecting a dragon, and through that he has tested on these animals.
You think
You're right.
that he failed, He tried, but he didn't succeed on resurrecting the baby dragon for sure. That's what he says on the notes.
He may
But
have
where are the
succeeded, he may
remains
have failed.
of
The what?
where could be the remains of the dragon he didn't manage to survive? I would maybe take it, and if I try to, I don't know.
As Saphira,
Mandate?
you can make an investigation or perception check, go through more of the notes that are there, see if you can find out where.
It's a perception thing.
Perception or investigation, whichever
No,
one you
perception is
prefer.
higher.
We should rest here while I...
Okay, 24.
Okay, with a 24, you see a note saying the fetus remains of the baby worm have been moved to my Illithad experimentation lab for further research and potential cloning.
Oh my god. Okay.
Illithid.
Illithad experimentation lab, and you can also make a history check actually. As you hear Illithad, that is something very unique.
Would Rill have advantage? What affected his world? What was the fight in his world? Is it against Illithid?
I'll say you all had advantage actually, because this is something that is happened not that long ago on game, even though it feels like 2 years to us. In game, it's actually not that long. It's like
a few months,
less than a month-ish. A month, kind of.
Oh,
No.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay.
I also rolled an 18 a little bit further ahead.
Oh, okay,
Further
okay,
up,
that's
sorry.
good. All right, that's
I
good.
use the glasses from Amazon again.
What do you mean? Is the
From eBay, no?
the Roll20 Amazon bundle?
Yeah.
Right.
The famous Neil died.
Okay. So let's see the rolls. So 17 for Sway. You said 18 for you, Lilith, right?
Yep.
15 for Saphira. And then Claudio, bless him. And
I
then
haven't rolled him.
advantage.
I rolled Bloodwick, got a 9.
Okay. So let's forget Claudio. I think if it's okay with you. You got a lot of rolls there. Real history and Cavalier as well. So the three of you, Lilith, not Sway, not Saphira, but Lilith, Sway, Cabal, and Real. You all think you've heard this word before. Illithad was the creature that once inhabit your old friend TR.
Ah, okay.
The one that burst out of his chest when you guys figured out after finding his remains that this creature that seemed to have come out of him was a mix between an Illithid and a Strahd. And he was described as something you heard of
what?
called Illithad. Illithid and a Strahd. Strahd. S-L-A-A-D, Slad.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's
Illithad.
basically how I heard it. I was like, oh, okay.
I know, yeah. Okay. You
SLUT.
gotta spell it like that. It's very hard to pronounce though.
Slud
Slad.
is it like a slug? Worm?
Yeah, it's a creature actually. Slad is spelled like that, and the other one
It's
is
fine.
Illithid.
The outsiders don't judge too much.
So you all will know because you guys have been traveling around. A Slad is another creature that has some kind of reproduced by tadpoles as well, similar to an illithid, but it's more like a frog-like structure. It's a humanoid, bipedal, weird-looking frog. They are very, very nasty, magical. They are very intelligent, and they can make very formidable foes. They are intelligent, clever, poisonous. There is different types. There is red, blue. Based on the color, they do different things. And the fact that it's called Illithid Lab, it sounds like he's been experimenting with things that she shouldn't have.
Rel's going to be and say, he's gonna grab the paper and he's gonna be like, this may take some time. We may rest here for a little while. But I'm going to try to undo what he did to these creatures. I will just go in a systematic order and I'll just go from right to left. So I guess whatever's next to the halfling, I will start with that, then go next and see how far as I go. He'll turn
So
to
if you go from right to left, the last creature will be the halfling, and the first one will be the cow. Is that okay with you?
whichever way. I think it's just to try to just do it in an order.
Yeah, okay. So if you go through the cages order from like you said, it will be the cow, the worm,
Actually,
Gremishka, baboon.
he's going to silently first do it on the halfling. Like he's gonna be sitting thinking that he's doing it on the cow, but he's actually casting it on the halfling instead, just to see if the halfling has been altered.
Okay. What is the rest of you doing while this happens?
Lilith is going to be sat down and just trying to make a prayer.
Okay.
Just to kind of find out how they've got there and maybe trying to get some kind of answers towards guiding our way through this area.
Make a religion check as you kind of like concentrate on your inner faith and the knowledge of Karsus, looking for guidance. What about you, Sway? Will you be doing something while reading?
Yeah, I think at this
or
point,
Cabal, actually.
Sway at this point, as is kind of the things we figure out some things and some things are in motion still. I'm gonna look around to see if there is way out of here. I'm not sure actually if you said there is door or no, or just look for my favorite, some kind of way how to
Compartment or
yeah, like
something.
some kind of a hidden passage or something, you know, or portal what could be to the next room, something like that.
All right, so you make an investigation and perception check. While you do that, Cabal, anything from you?
I think Cabal's just going to continue looking around for any other places that could be trapped, assuming that if it's trapped, then it's important. So he's just going to...
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, so make investigation or perception check. If you maybe, I will imagine as you saw the logs, maybe you will start with that, if that's okay with you, or otherwise you can, yeah? Okay.
I'm going to roll with advantage.
All right,
with
perfect.
my,
But let's
my,
go back to Lilith while you do that. So Lilith, as you focus, yeah, perfect. As you focus on your kind of looking for guidance from Karsus, you feel that once more this room is such a powerful beacon. The whole castle itself is full of evil. You sense, like you did in Death House or in Castle Ravenloft, that the actual structure of these walls and fractured frozen in time evil castle is actually trying to impede you to go somewhere. So the best way to traverse these rooms is to think out of the box. Not always fighting will help you, but in this case, you feel for once that perhaps killing something in this room might be the key to it. While you get that realization, Lilith, Sway, you start investigating, allied with Cabal. Sway, you're more looking for secret exits or something like that.
Yeah, how could we progress to another room? That's what I'm looking for.
You find what it seems to be the remains of some kind of arcane, kind of like a spark that is coming out from this place here. But it seems to be not active at the moment. And you gather that, similar to Lilith, there is something you need to complete in this room for that. And this is where, and you find that's where it will open, right there. And then lastly, you, Cabal, you find that all the locks are magically trapped with the same polymorph triggering thingy on them.
All right.
But there doesn't seem to be any other traps. You look at the walls, the books, all seem to be like mundane, arcane, kind of like low-level books and stuff like that. Nothing spectacular around. No traps or anything like that else.
Apart from the cages, nothing else seems to be trapped.
Yeah. However, as Real starts uttering the incantation to bring this halfling back, you, in the last second before the halfling turns into his true form, you see a smile on its face. And you hear, makes a sound. Sounds like... And slowly you see her face, her body elongates, thinnens, his arms elongate more and more into some kind of claw-like structure. Its face become a ball, completely faceless with no structure on it. And slowly it starts to open into a maw, kind of like a flower. And you aren't sure what this creature is. But out of game, this is a Demogorgon. And as that happens, it breaks through the cage.
Fire!
And it jumps
We need
toward
fire!
all of you. I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh god. Oh my god.
I'll change the music. Let's start with me showing you how the creature looks like. The picture is not the best, I have to say. I had to find one that is not from the movie because that will be unofficial shit. So I had to find the one from the book that it seems like a child draw it. So, so that's how it looks like. I'll make it big
nice.
for you to see. Yeah, it's just cute, but that's the one from the actual adventure. Okay, 1 second. Let me just do this.
Initiative. Ooh, it's pretty good.
So that's how it looks like, actually.
Yes.
Actually, it looks pretty good. Okay.
Real.
And then while that's on the screen, I'll
Initiative.
change the music.
Woo, even better.
Let's put a different one. Ooh, under siege? No, that's a bit much. Challenge accepted. Yeah, okay. And then the creature. That's what I'm missing. I gave you the choice. I was being a benevolent DM there. I told you from left to... The way that I suggested was the way each of these creatures... I'm not going to tell you anything. You will figure it out. But the way that I suggested to do it was the way, so you will not actually fight this creature straight away. But you wanted to bring her back first. So, for disclaimer, yep, you see, I'm not as bad as they pay me to be.
But this might be the creature that we need to kill to open the portal.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. So it might have worked better after all. I just moved the screen. Let me know if I fucked it up on the stream. I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's do... So now I'm there, so I'll just roll initiative for my guy. Okay, what is the initiative now? Oh, here. Okay. So if you highlight your tokens before you roll initiative, then it will appear on the initiative when you roll it. Okay. Okay.
I mean, I
Where
just,
are we?
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. You have your all initiatives there. Let me clear everything. 1 second, guys.
No, these are the now we rolled now.
Yeah,
I rolled
and
the
the
first
other
two I
ones.
rolled.
I know, I have everything. So if you remember the number, just write it again. I'm sorry, it's because for me it had
No, it's
all. Okay,
I
so
don't know why
let
I
me
did
find the stats of this puppy. Okay, nice.
Hey, just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Let me just quickly roll initiative.
Yeah, okay.
Initiative. Initiative. Awesome.
Okay,
Nothing's
that's
changed.
pretty.
Yeah, I'll be right back as well.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be around. I'm just getting my
Yeah,
food.
no worries.
How do I put myself into initiative now?
Okay.
Or
So
should I just roll again? Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
no,
Just have
let
it.
me just do it for you. Don't worry. Yeah, just if you remember what you wrote, just add
Yeah, let me check
yourself.
here.
And I'll add Safira as well. Roll for Safira as well, if you want.
I did already as well.
Oh,
The slave
amazing.
was
Okay.
16.
So tell me, yeah, okay. You can just enter them on your own time. 16 for sure, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, and Safira got what was it? 15, okay. Safira.
Let me just move the Demogorgon somewhere else.
Just take it off, no?
Yeah, maybe I'll
There's
just...
another token. You're
Yeah.
gonna be fighting, no?
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying, man. Okay. Alright, he's gone for now.
I'm back.
Oh, perfect. I'll have to say that Real will have been 5 feet away from the cage. I'm sorry, Martin, because you're not here. But you will have had to read the ritual right to it, right next to it, for it to work. All right, but the rest of you can be whatever you guys want. For this instance, Van Richten, he will just set aside and he will say that if you need healing, he is happy to heal you, but he will stay a little bit on the corner just because there's a lot of you and this is only one monster. It doesn't feel like you need him, but let's see when it comes to it. Okay. All right, so are you back, Mo? Actually, let me put it on order, the initiative.
It was Neil, I think he was back already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Neil
but-
is back here, but I think Mo want to get 1 minute. He'll say,
As well. Okay.
yeah. So I think
We need more
just
breaks.
picking
Work
up.
is too hard.
Yeah, no, he's picking up his food. Come on, the man is to eat. His father's there. I hope he's getting something nice. So yeah, unfortunately, he's the first on the initiative.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm back. I'm
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Cool. So you two are the first on the initiative, and after you two is the monster.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I was saying that Real will have to be next to the cage to cast the ritual. So unfortunately for him, he's right there
Okay. I mean,
as the cage breaks. Let's say.
what would Real do in this case? He doesn't
Actually,
know.
let's be fair because that was pretty sudden. Make a strength saving throw. That would have been the surprise round, just to see if when the cage breaks, the monster won't have movement because it's not his turn. But the breaking the cage was a surprise round. Make a strength saving throw, Real, to see if you stand your turn prone. From the, you won't take any damage. Or no, that's fine. You manage actually to stay in place as the cage breaks. You see all the metal shards just fly past Real as he stays stoically looking at the creature. So, what would you like to do?
He's within range, right?
Yeah, yeah, he's within 10 feet of it. Yeah.
So he doesn't know if he moves, he might get hit, right? Potentially.
Yeah, potentially. He's unsure. He could make on his turn. He can make an Arcana check to see if he knows what this creature is. Actually.
Arcana.
Mhm.
Nope.
All right. Yeah. So he's unsure.
I'm just going to check something. Sure. Why not do that? I think that might be interesting to do. He's sorry. You said he's 10 feet away from Real, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Eek. What is his range? One action, 5 feet. Semantic material. No.
I'm gonna write down the monster hit points on a paper on this one. I was thinking it's gonna be faster as it's only one, so don't think if I'm too fast, don't think I'm cheating. It's just I'm writing on my paper. Okay.
Okay. Well, he's gonna
Okay.
cast it. He's gonna just be like, open his book, rip a page out, combust, and throw a firebolt.
Okay. Amazing. Roll to hit.
17.
Okay. Unfortunately, 17 will actually miss the creature. As well, he hits him, but he kind of like just touches him, and you feel that he's quite strong. His skin is very, very thick. So 17 is actually just not enough.
Okay, that is fine. He then will be like, help! And he is going to run. 5.
Okay. As he moves back, the creature will take an opportunity attack on him as he's got reach.
30. Yeah.
And he will try to bite him with this attack.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just do it like this, but it should roll. Yeah, okay, it is rolling. You don't guys see it, yeah? Okay. So it's a plus, yeah, okay, so +5 to that. 17 to hit.
17 is his AC, but I know he doesn't want to get bit with anything, so he's gonna cast shield.
Okay, yeah, so as he casts shield, he kind of like, he moves back out of the reach, and the creature just, with his mouth, kind of like tries to actually engulf his head inside his mouth like a flower closing on him, but he escapes out of reach in time.
And yeah, I think that's all he's going to do for now. Yeah, that's his turn.
Okay, perfect. And then we move to you, Cabal.
Yeah, Cabal is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Damn, he's gonna have to use all his movement. And that will be 10 feet away, right?
I know the squares are a bit hard. I cannot figure out which color to put them because there's so many different rooms. So just
No, it's fine.
I'll help you if you need to.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how far Cabal's gonna move. But he'll have to move all the way to up to this creature anyway. Can you make an Arcana check to see if he can figure out something about this?
Of course. Mm-hmm.
Is this a Celeste, a fiend, undead, or a fae?
No, this is more on an Arcana kind of based creature.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what it is.
It seems like something you think. This is a flower head. You know these creatures before? Yeah, it's a flower head. Yeah.
Okay, flower, burn flower.
Yeah, burn flower head. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna burn it. Okay, so Cabal's gonna bonus action, do the rite of the fire on himself, and he's going to scrape some blood on his spear, scrape it against his fire giant's belt, which just ignites it, and then he's going to take a swing at this creature with it.
When you get into the creature's reach, I'll give you this for free because you are Cabal and you have it too. You notice the creature reacts to you, but you also realize that he doesn't have enough. There is something, and you gather this is something you do similarly to. You think to yourself, the monster is doing what I'm doing. So you gather the monster out of game is got Sentinel,
Okay,
but
that's
he
fine.
has no reaction. That's it.
Yeah. Understood. Okay. Attacking with the blood spear.
Okay, awesome.
It's 24.
Yeah, definitely 24 will hit.
That's 20 slashing damage, and I think it's only
24.
1d10 fire. That's 5 points of fire damage.
Okay, so 29 total.
25 in
Nice.
total.
25 in total, yeah. It's 5 fire, yeah? Okay.
Mhm.
As you hit it with fire, you don't see it making more effect, but the same than real, the creature seems angry about the fire. You are unsure why.
Didn't
Angry.
like that, did you? Fine, have more. And I'll thrust my spear into it even more. Ah! Oh shit. That's a nat 20.
Whoa. Okay, amazing. Describe to us how you impale this creature.
Just straight melting through his chest, and it just combusts. You see the fire giant belt just ignite through my arm and into the spear itself. And oh god, that's disgusting. That's
Whoa.
21 plus 1 plus 2d10. I'll just write that. 2d10 fire damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 22 so far. Whoa,
Plus
nice.
16 fire
16,
damage.
so 38, yeah?
38, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so 38.
That's my bonus action. Oh, I need to take some damage. Hold up. Do that now.
All right, you see like a creature like kind of like gets so angry, and his mouth kind of like makes like a roar, and like just in Stranger Things, his flaps kind of like loose, flowery flaps on the face kind of like move with it in a kind of like a shaky way, and he looks towards you, and he will start by moving himself. He will try to move through you. Make a strength saving throw as he tries to kind of like push you out of the way, just with his movement.
No way.
Whoa! Okay. He does not manage. It's like boom. You see Cabal just like a rock there. Like you even kind of flex your muscles, and at that point you realize somehow there is oil on Cabal's muscles all of a sudden. Like he wasn't there before. Just like an old Conan kind of movie. And the creature is stopped by you like you were a wall of stone. And angrily he looks at you, and he will lash at you 4 times.
Okay.
You haven't taken any damage, right? Yet.
From hit or have I
From,
taken?
in general, yeah.
I have lost.
taken
I
any
have
damage?
lost HP. Yes, I've lost
Okay.
HP.
So then, as you do notice that, you see that the creature seems to be attacking you more frenziedly. He seems to be looking at your blood and your kind of like wounds.
It has disadvantage though. For the reason called Slasher, because I hit him with a critical attack. Until the start of my next turn, the target disadvantage on all attack rolls.
All right. On this case, because the creature has advantage, it will be a straight roll.
Fine.
Yeah. So I'll do 2 bites and 2 claws. Okay. Let's see the rolls here. Okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah, back. So 18 to hit with the first claw.
That misses actually.
Oh, nice. Okay. Second claw, 23 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Okay, so the first claw is 26 points of slashing damage as he slashes into your flesh with his very sharp kind of like
23, yeah?
26.
26, okay, yeah. Great.
Okay, let me just keep going, and now it does... okay, so that was the second... Okay, so this one and this one. Okay, so that was, yeah, so then 19 on the second bite and 20 on the second claw.
Yeah.
So 27 points of piercing damage with the bite and 28 points of slashing against with the claw.
Oh, sorry, say that again, 20 something?
So 27 with the bite and 28 with the claw.
Great, thank you. You can see Cabal's armor just shred into him. He'll take another 2d4 points of damage as well. As his
Oh,
AC is now
the
dropped
armor.
to
Oh shit,
60.
to 15, yeah? Okay, 16 now, yeah.
Oh, only took 2
Damn.
points.
Okay, yeah. Your armor shattered, but the creature is kind of seems to be impede your movement. I'll say because he's a large creature, he will be able to squeeze past you, but he's not leaving your range. He's just repositioning himself all around you as he ramps into the cage next to it. And as he does, the cage seems to shatter, and a cow kind of like comes out. Like it stays there pretty scared, to be honest with you. But the cage is broken now, with the cow potentially being able to eat. And you see the creature, just for flavor, it kind of like starts chewing into the cow's face. And so it's temporarily distracted. Sway, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So I'm quite far to get there and attack the creature, so I'm just gonna load. I'm gonna take the crossbow, eyes and fire, and I'm gonna take a careful shot so I don't hit Cabal, but I think from where I'm standing should be okay.
Do you want to do a steady aim? So that will
Yes,
negate
yes.
your movement, but you will have advantage on the roll.
Mm.
Okay,
That's what I
so
do.
go ahead. So that way you will get a sneak attack if you hit. Well, you will because Cabal is there anyway. But
Yeah.
just
Does steady aim, can you move and then steady aim? Or do you have to use steady aim and not move?
yeah, I think
Actually,
you can only use it
I
when you
don't think
don't
it's
move.
right. I think
I
it's,
think.
you need to prepare it for the next round.
No, you claim it and then it works. It's bonus action. I think steady aim, and then you cannot move once you do it.
Okay, so it was 19 to hit.
Are you doing a
and-
steady aim or not? You are.
Oh.
You said you were.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
roll
sorry.
again. Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
No worries.
Yeah.
And will you be picking fire or
fire,
ice
I think.
for the arrow? Okay, good.
It looked like a plant, and I remember.
Yeah. You saw the creature being angrier
Yeah.
with fire, so yeah. Okay. So yeah, so 16 seems to be 80. Yeah, 19 will hit, so the other one will have missed. So yeah, awesome. And that will be, so let's say the fire from the one that hits.
11
So
plus.
it's 11 plus 1, so 12.
36.
So yeah, to 36 points of damage, and you see the creature like kind of stops eating the cow, and as he finished chewing the cow, you realize he's killed the cow, and you don't see it turn it back into whatever form it was. So you gather was a true polymorph.
Okay.
All right, and the creature, and you said total 36, right? You said 38 or 36.
36.
36.
36, yeah. Okay, perfect. All right. It's starting to look a little bit wounded. Then he will. Anything else from Sway?
No, I think that's it.
So then it will be Saphira. You are next. If you need more time to think what Saphira do, we can do Bloodwick Turtle first and then move back to you, Saphira.
Could I actually hit it with a moonbeam?
Sure, you could cast Moonbeam. You will know he will hit it on their next, on the beginning of their turn. Next turn.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So you cast Moonbeam. How does it look like when you cast Moonbeam? Imagine for Saphira, how will the spell look
I
like?
can imagine just like a out of nowhere, kind of like out of thin air, quite as high as it goes. Kind of it flashes like when you have in the stadium this big light, so it's kind of flashes and then the beam kind of shoots down.
All right.
So it stays on the place, right? It's like a
Yeah. So you see it kind of like next to the creature. It starts to this kind of like blinding light just appear there, like a moonshine. Yeah. Amazing. Cool.
And you see the kind of the rays, like kind of moving down, kind of slowly. It's not like shooting, like blasting. It's more like a slow energy burning through.
All right, yeah, that sounds amazing. Yeah, so I will, as that happens, you will have put it next to, not next to your allies, so that's fine.
Yeah, of course.
So I'll just put this token there
Do
for
I
you.
need to roll it?
Later, on the beginnings of the creature's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe. Okay, so that will finish Saphira's turn as well then.
Yeah.
So we move to you, Neil, with Bloodwick Turtle, Lilith, and Claudia.
All right. Bloodwick is going to grab his Dusk Crusher, and then with both his fists, he's going to beat his chest. As he does, you see his arms start to swell up a little bit, and he goes into a rage, and he uses his movement and action to continue dashing towards the creature.
Okay, perfect. All right, can he get there and attack?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No, he can't attack because he's using
okay.
his action to attack. To move.
Yeah, as he moves kind of like there, you see the creature is kind of like still super angry and tries to react, but he's unable to.
Where was he standing?
He was standing, I think, 2 below Sway.
Here. Oh, here.
Yeah, I think he was there.
Yeah, there's a hero here.
Yeah, yeah.
If he was here, he can get there.
Yeah, he still cannot. How is his movement?
40.
He's 40. Yeah, so he cannot hit him.
Oh yeah,
it
he
means
can get there.
5 feet. But yeah, he can move there, but then he cannot hit him though.
What?
Actually, no, he
he's
can.
moving
Yeah, of
40.
course. It's just the icon is deceiving. Yeah, no, he hits him.
Yeah.
He's right in the corner. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Go ahead. So he doesn't need to dash. Yeah.
He has an action then he
Yeah.
will attack.
Awesome.
31 to hit.
Yes, 31 will definitely hit the creature like as he kind of like the creature tries to retreat, but with its axe. Boom. Do you want to activate bonus action the rage, or do you want to activate the radiant from the axe? Otherwise, you will just do the normal damage.
What is the difference?
Just the damage type, and it does more damage when it's the radiant. It does an extra d8 radiant. Otherwise, if it doesn't activate it, it will do only the
counted,
weapon.
No? Yeah, this one's already counted as Dusk Crusher R. I assumed it was with rage.
Yeah, that's why. One is R is the radiant, so he needs to activate it. Otherwise, it's the other one.
Yeah, there's an extra 2 points of damage for D8. So it's 21 plus a D8.
So then you bonus action activate the weapon, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Then I would have done that.
All right, awesome, yeah. So
No, but
yes,
you
hit the
raged.
creature.
He raged.
Oh, he raged, then he won. So 21.
Okay, and I don't do that.
Sorry, I'm confusing you now. Okay. Yeah.
Is his
so
rage
the army's
included in
rage, yeah.
Plus 6 is his rage, right?
Yeah, the rage is included there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So how many attacks does he get? 2 or 3? 2.
He
So
gets 3 if he kills a creature, no? I think with his bonus action he can do a more and more attack, I think, or something like that.
Okay. So he slashes this creature and then spins around to swing again at it.
Okay, awesome.
Nope. Just he loses his balance a little bit.
Oh no. Okay, yeah. As he kind of like tries, you see like he stumbles for a second and the creature does the same thing, like kind of like you see his flaps kind of like vibrating on his face. Cool. Anything else from Bloodwick?
I think that's him done.
All right, amazing. So then we move to you, Lilith. It seems like you guys roll in purpose, like each of your characters who you are playing is like after the other. It's amazing. Nice.
I mean, Lilith is usually around this area in the turn on order, anyways.
Yeah.
That's pretty true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know you have the same curse than me. I always roll low for initiative, except when I'm DMing, then I roll amazing. It's so weird.
All right, okay. Claudio use Hellfire.
All right. Once more, like every time the fire hits this creature, like now, you see the creature kind of angry with the fire. What did the real got on the Arcana check? Actually, no, it was Cabal. Yeah.
We both did it. One got got 13. I got 4 or something. It was really low.
Okay. All right, perfect. So yeah, this fire keeps wounding the creature, but this kind of hellfire like keeps like smothering, like the creature is like all this head is burning. He's like trying to put it out. He's got this gelatin kind of surrounding it, like making him very angry. And that will be a total of 27. Nice. Cool.
Nice.
And what about you?
And I will do a. Let me see. I'll do a flame strike, I think. Yeah, I'll do a flame strike. I will do it at a 6th level, so I get to add a extra d6. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And remind me what the area of effects, how it works actually.
Dexterity saving throw. Oh no, wait! I don't want to do this. I want to do instead. I will do Bane.
Ooh, okay, that's a nice one. Remind me, does it get a save or?
Yeah, I think it gets charisma. Yeah, charisma saving throw.
Okay, perfect. Well, you can tell without looking at it, he's not the most charismatic fellow in the world, that's for sure.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's only got a -3, so that's okay. I'll give you that just for why not. Okay, 12.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So he's Bane, so he's a -d4 to what actually?
D4 2.
Concentration.
Attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh, amazing. Okay. All right. And he doesn't repeat the save. Yeah, no, he doesn't. Okay. But
No.
then it's you are concentrating on that. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else from Lilith?
I
Do you have a
will.
bonus action cantrip or spell? Actually, yeah, spell or cantrip.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Yep.
you start to see this creature is more and more wounded. We move to round 2. Real.
Real is going to cast. I was going to cast. Sorry, I can't see.
Library check.
Does it look like he's regaining hit points after eating the cow?
It seems that the reason was actually make an insight check. Let's do it like that.
Fair enough. That's a 4.
He's not sure, but the fact that the creature is angry with the fire, it kind of relates, but he's really unsure why.
Burn it! He'll say. That's a 31.
Yeah, and with a 31, definitely hits 20 points of my. But once more, the creature's kind of like starts like putting the fire out straight away, and he keeps looking at his wounds like in a worrying way, you know.
That's his action, and as a bonus action, he Real is not going to do anything. He's just going to continue running because that's what he does.
Yeah. Amazing. All right, and then we move to you, Cabal, as you are next to the creature.
Cabal's going to be like, "You are not going to escape from me." Ah, bonus action. Yeah, why not? I'll get it back in a short rest. I will use one of my blood maledicts and do as a bonus action, Blood Curse of the Marked. No, okay, just put everything there, but Blood Curse of the Marked from that in the description, and I will amplify it, so I get advantage from the beginning of this turn. Taking D10 points of damage. That's right.
10 points of damage. Oh no, that's to yourself. Okay.
9 points of damage to myself. Oh my god. And then I will with advantage. And then beat this creature up. Raw flame damage. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that will definitely hit.
That's That's 20 points of slashing, and then 2d10 of fire.
Okay.
Yeah. And 10 points of fire.
Okay. 10 points, so total of 30, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
20 and 10, yeah? Okay, amazing. Yeah. Wow. A creature kind of roars, and you see it moving back a little, not physically, but mechanically. You see it starting to get quite wounded.
You
but he's
beast!
stuck in there.
27 to hit.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Will also hit.
17 slashing, another 2d10.
Okay, so
And
17
12.
slashing.
29.
Okay, 29 points total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, he's looking more and more wounded. He keeps screaming and acting angrily, and you see like he has got no eyes, so you don't. It's hard to read, but he seems like a crazy beast.
Ooh. Don't want to get hit, so what I'm going to do is I feel like I might get I might yeah, I'm gonna bonus action. No, I can't. I've used my bonus action. Okay, that's it. That's my turn.
All right, perfect. On the beginning of the creature's turn, Saphira, please roll the damage. Just click on the spell.
Which one? I'm just looking at it. There is like
Moonbeam.
in 3rd level or 4th level.
So I will assume that
not
she
sure.
cast it at the normal level. So
Okay.
so it will be. I think Moonbeam is
Second
second
level.
level. Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so I
this
do that.
creature is a lot of you and is one creature. She will know that she doesn't have to go crazy, with it.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a Constitution saving throw for the creature. Yeah,
20,
DC
yeah?
20. Oh, okay.
So
So
higher.
let's see. Yeah, I know.
D4.
Oh, yeah, minus a D4 as well. Okay, the creature is quite conny, but let's see. Minus a D4 as well. So, yeah, okay. So, yeah, that was a 12. So I'm not even going to roll the D4. He fails. So he takes 17 points of radiant damage. Okay, so I'll
Let me
add
roll
it to
this
his pool.
D4.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it. Another natural one.
Oh, well. 11. Okay, nice. Okay, even worse. Okay, and you see the creature is quite wounded at this point. Angrily, he looks at you, Cabal, as he sees blood everywhere on you, and he will do all his attacks. Actually, not all, because the turtle hit him once. So he'll start with the turtle. He'll do 2 attacks on the turtle first, and then 2 attacks on you. Actually, 1 attack on the turtle, because you are giving him more damage, and he still got disadvantage,
Not
Cabal?
anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah? So is Bloodwig losing hit points, actually?
No, he's not been hit yet.
Okay, so then he will hit him as a normal attack. Not an advantage. And that will be 26 to hit for 33 points of piercing damage with this bite. Like, he kind of like crunches a piece of his shoulder and he rips it out. And once more, it makes this horrendous sound.
I'm gonna use my sentinel reaction to attack. No, I can't. When a creature. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can. You can use this.
As you try to do it, your magic somehow is not working. You are unsure why. Mechanically, he's got a sentinel too.
Oh, this is not. This is not for the
From the sentinel.
Creature before you live in your reach. Why doesn't it not say? Hold up, let me double check.
In the meantime, I'll do the attacks, okay? I'm silent here.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Then it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's the only one that it works. If you have the same feat that it doesn't work. Well, He didn't roll that great to hit you, so he will hit you twice and miss you on one of his attacks. As you see, one of the bites miss. Oh yeah, minus a d4. Yeah, roll 3 d4s, Neil, as well. Actually, 4 d4. It should have been the first one.
Well,
actually, the first one, it doesn't matter. It's 22, even if you roll a 4. So
3, 2, 3.
So let's do it by order. So the first one will have been the attack that hits anyway. So -2 on the second one. So -2, that'll still be at 21.
That hits.
19 minus 3 is
Hits.
16, so it also hits. Yeah, so I'm sorry, but it could have not. So it's still 2 attacks. The first attack, you take 24 points of piercing damage. And the second one, you take 45. As he rolls quite high on the claw. 15 times 3, yeah. No, it's 40. No, not 45. This feels like a bit too much. 1 second, let me just calculate.
So 20 what?
So 24 on the first one, with the piercing. And then the second one with the claw is 14 times 3 is what? 14, so 28.
42.
Yeah, 42.
Do I still have my reaction?
I will say so, because let's say that because you knew, because I gave it to you earlier, you wouldn't have actually been able to attack because of that. Because you knew that the creature, you tried, but it didn't work. Yeah?
So I need to roll I'm going to use Stone Endurance. And see if that's going to keep me up.
Ooh,
no, it didn't. No. 3 points of damage. I'm down.
Damn. Okay. Cabal goes down as the creature kind of like gets close, and you see that he doesn't have any more attacks, but he seems to have some kind of a special attack that you see is about to do in Cabal now that he's down. Sway, but it's not his turn anymore. Sway, as you see the creature getting close to Cabal's unconscious body, what would you like to do?
I would aim with my crossbow.
Do you want to do steady aim once more?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
And I should do it with my steady aim.
Yeah, you like one of those scenes from like a Sicario, you know, like you see Sway looking through his a kind of like a arcane visor appears. Yeah, roll twice. First one is 26. Okay, amazing.
What is the other one? That didn't roll?
Yeah, it doesn't roll sometimes. Just roll again, no worries.
Oh, now it's coming.
Okay. So yeah, 26 will hit, so that will be the first one to hit. So we'll use that one, if that's okay with you. So that'll be 12 plus 4 damage, 16 plus 30 sneak attack. As you shoot towards this creature with this fire arrow, you know, Sway, you have a lot of battle experience. As you look at the creature, see how much fire and how strongly you are shooting, you know this creature is gonna die. How would you like to kill it, as he has 30 hit points left?
Yeah, as I see it, as it's kind of gape opening its mouth and kind of ready to bite Cabal's head off or something, I close my one eye and make a precision shot and shoot it right through the open mouth. And the brain is coming from the
there is
back
actually a
arrow.
Stranger Things scene on the season, no spoilers, but when at the end when they shoot the creature with a fucking arrow, actually, that's what happens, and you see like it kind of goes in his mouth and explodes when you see all this like fire like igniting these brain pieces as the creature kind of like with the whitish skin kind of like falls flop on the floor dead. And as he flops dead next to Saphira, this arcane gate kind of materializes and opens. The cow kind of leaves the cage, and as the Grimishka that was there, also his creature broke the cage as he tried to leave. The moonbeam of Saphira burns it into acid, and as he falls dead on the floor. And you have the room.
Doesn't
I
the
will-
yeah, go on, Neil.
I was going to say, I will cast Mass Heal.
Ooh.
Um,
Okay. Are you sure? I mean, DM asking you, isn't that a bit OP?
You don't need to
you.
do that. Yeah,
Up
yeah,
to
you
you.
don't,
Up
you
to
don't
you.
need to
Up
do
to you.
that.
Alright,
And
I
Yes.
will do
Just yeah.
Cure Wounds.
Let me just check something. 1 second.
okay.
Yeah, like a good cure wounds would be fine.
Yeah, Van Richten
Good
will also help you. He will do one of his cure wounds too as well, Kebab.
Yeah, but then he'll do his ones first because he's gonna give me maximum HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do it. Did I do anything at 6th? I didn't do anything. I said I was. I did the Bane instead.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I will do 6th level Cure Wounds.
Nice.
A
What
level
is it?
6
8
cure
times
wounds.
6, so 8, 16, 24, 48 plus what?
6.
Nice.
So 54. Great. I'll write down.
Okay, just fine. So Van Richten will do a normal cure wounds for 10 healing.
Plus another 10. Great.
My gosh, did you see what he rolled on the sneak attack damage?
Who did?
Sway.
Where? Which
Sorry?
one?
30, yeah?
54. Yeah, that's a bit
54.
weird. Sometimes
All
it.
6s.
Yeah, he does that quite often. That's a bit weird. Does he
All
press
of his
something
numbers are
different?
6s.
No, I pressed the same button.
So what?
Yeah, look,
It
he
doesn't
rolled
put the
all
whole roll.
6s. You know, he doesn't know how to push the rolls. Well, I don't know how to do that myself. But look, he rolled all 6s on the sneak
Really?
attack.
50 to 4 plus 1d.
Actually,
9.
all of them are maximum. That's
Yeah.
so weird. Yeah.
Apart from his 1d8.
Yeah, that's so strange. Yeah? It's a fucking roll 20. Which membership did you just buy? This not
What
correct.
are you talking about? I'm not even sure how to put my token on the screen. What are you talking about?
Have you been worshipping Jeremy Crawford behind
You
our
might-
backs here? Yeah, damn
Yeah,
you.
Cisco, you might want to look into that. You know why? Because all of his attacks, his piercing damage, the first arrow rolled a 4. His other one rolled a 4. His other one rolled a 4 as well. So you might want to look
Yeah,
into
this is
why
what
that's.
happens to me when I continuously roll
No,
ones.
because it's meant to be the same damage. I think. No, it's weird.
No, the
I
dice
I don't know,
roll
but
is
it's
a
true.
4.
Like you're saying, it already happened last time, no? That it was like we were
It's
all like
happened
wondering,
2-3
like,
times.
wow,
It
yeah,
happened
like
3
it
times.
draws
Yeah.
fixes
Yeah.
everything in 6.
Statistically,
Okay.
that's no.
Yeah.
That's almost impossible.
What are you
Yeah.
trying to take my
Yeah.
lag away? I don't
Take your
think
lag
so.
away.
Well, I'll have a
You
look.
glitch.
Yeah, I don't know
Get a
why.
little glitch.
Cool.
I was gonna ask the Grimish that kind of flew out. If it was polymorph, doesn't Moonbeam actually revert polymorph?
Ooh, okay. Let's have a look. I
Would it
think
burn or would
I
it
think it's
revert? That's
shape
what it is.
changers do the a disadvantage or something like that. I think that's what it is. Shapeshifters make the roll versus it a disadvantage, I believe.
Does
Yeah.
Moonbeam revert?
Oh, okay. He also instantly reverts to the original form, and he can assume a different until. Okay, so before he dies, let's say, as he goes through the light, let me just check my notes. The Grimishka turns into a woman. You see, this one. You see a woman, a human woman, kind of black hair, kind of dark skin, and then it kind of turns into that and then dies.
She dies.
Yeah. As she seems to be. Roll the damage, actually. Let's be fair. Roll the damage for the Moonbeam. Because it will happen on the beginning of the woman's turn. So roll again 2d10. Maybe she does not die, actually.
2d10?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I roll, okay.
Yeah, I think so. That's the
2d10.
regular one. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, as she kind of like comes out of this thing with a 14 points of damage, you see, "Ah!" and she screams and dies, and stays as a woman.
What do you all want to do? We could stay here, reverting
You
all
see
these
the
people
other
back.
animals kind of like start going crazy, you know?
Scared.
What do we do? Should we revert these
Hmm?
creatures back?
Do we have time for that?
Take a short rest while Real works on it.
Real,
we
do you have the spells to waste on this?
I have this piece of paper that's not going to use any of my powers. I just need to read it, concentrate, and focus, and hopefully I can send everyone back. Or we could continue burning them with the nature's light that is casting from Saphira, and most definitely kill them all while they revert back to their human form like that woman.
Okay, let's go using that piece of paper.
Okay. And
All right.
yeah.
Mhm.
We'll take a short rest, and then at the same time, Real will just be
Okay.
undoing all the true polymorphs for all the
All
creatures.
right, perfect. So all of you who need, please roll hit die. You see the portal seems to be static. It doesn't really move or anything. With your high passive perceptions, I believe Lilith and Sway and Saphira are the highest one at the moment. Make a perception check, the three of you. Actually, Sway, you got a 14, so no you, actually. So Saphira and Lilith only.
Real has 18.
Perception, yeah?
Yeah, perception check for... oh, yeah, so Real as well then. So 18 and above. So
Oh, 19.
Real... Yeah, okay.
Oh, I see the matrix. I see everything.
You once more, the three of you see for a second, kind of peeking out of this ethereal portal, a tiny indigo spider again. And then in the moment you notice that you are all looking at it, it kind of like goes back into the portal and vanishes.
Sacred.
And it's the same spider. Sway mentioned it was blue before, a weird blue spider. So you gather it's probably the same spider.
As I see, can I try Sacred Flame it?
I will say, because it's still kind of like on the portal, as you try to sacred flame it, by the time it kind of reads out, it kind of hits the portal and you see the spell itself doesn't work on the portal, you know? So it's kind of like peeks out, like you see the three antenna just because you guys have a very high passive perception, like peeking with the eyes, you know? That very fast move, you know? So he was maybe expecting maybe you might do something like that.
Right.
Should we assume a short rest happens without any
Yeah,
confrontation?
yeah, you have no issues at all. As you roll, please roll hit die. Don't forget and
I don't
then blame
have
me.
any more hit die at all
Oh no, okay, all right.
because we haven't taken a long rest.
Yeah, long rest. Okay, so the creatures start turning. The worm turns into a carpet merchant. The baboon into a barmaid. The mongrel fall into some kind of a spy, all of them human. The giant lich into another tax collector. That's the only ones left. They introduce themselves. Wainaya is the barmaid. She introduced herself. She's middle-aged, kind of like normal looking. The Sif is the slippery one. He's a spy. You see that he's kind of like looking like a little bit like you, roguish kind of clothing and very thin and slender. Milan is the tax collector. And yeah, and that's the ones that. And the merchant, the carpet merchant, he's very annoying. He's really fat, as you will imagine. A carpet merchant. He introduced himself as Carlo. And thank you for freeing them. And they're like, what happened? How come you came here? Thank you.
Well, we just happened to stumble upon this room as we are here.
I would suggest you stay in your cages as you are, because traversing this place is dangerous. We will come back for you,
Okay.
or we will send someone to come and collect you. If you move out of this room, there is a potential that you will die.
Do any of you, as other active party members, support Cabal on this statement in any way? You see the creatures a bit kind of like unsure, you know? Do you support Cabal in any way?
What was that? What did you say?
Do you Cabal said that they should stay here. If they go out of the room, they are gonna die, and they will. You guys will come to take them out or send someone to help them.
Yeah, of course. We should try to convince them to stay here. Yeah, it's safer for them, I think, to be here.
What about you, Lilith? Do you agree with that plan, kind of?
But would we be able to come back to this room, though?
Lilith will ask Rill, if I banish them, will they actually be able to leave this tower to go to their place of origin, or will the tower stop him?
The question is, are they Darkonians? Where do you guys come
Yes,
from?
we are. Well, I am. The other one, the barman says, yeah, I work in the inn in Ilaluk. The spy also says, yes, I'm from, let's say, a different city of Darkon. Each of them said different cities. Yeah. And
The
they all
answer
seem
to
to be
your
from
to your
Darkon.
question, Lilith, is that they will come back to this place.
All right.
One
I'm
of them
going to banish
tells you...
one of them.
Just, Go ahead.
I'm going to banish one of them.
Okay. Do you tell them what you're doing?
He'll be. She'll look at them and say, "Okay, stay still. I'm going to cast a spell to take you home."
No,
Okay.
I mean, I'll say to Lilith. I mean that they will come back into the cage. They won't go home. They live
We
it.
won't know until we find out.
Okay.
I don't think that their story is true. Not that they're lying, but if it's anything to go by the books, then they've got a false memory.
Potentially.
Because my book is a little bit inaccurate.
Okay.
But do they remember their names? What are your names?
My name is Corin.
So they
Sounds like
remember
a lie.
Says, I'm Wanaya and Steve.
Come on, those are all made up names.
They're all made up.
I'm Carlo.
Yeah,
I'm Milan.
hello, Milan.
That sounds like they all sound like Disney names, right? Somehow. But this is an old module. I'm using this from a 3rd edition, you know? This is all stuff that I kind of revamped to 5th edition, but it's actually 3.5. Okay. Yeah, they all sound a bit weird, the names. But go ahead. Which one do you want to banish, actually? Sorry, Mo, go ahead.
Quickly, sorry, Neil. This might help with your decision. You said
Yeah.
one of them was going to say something, Cisco, that he's not from this place.
No. They all keep reiterating that they are all from Darkon. But I wanted to ask Lilith, which of them do you actually want to banish?
I will let you assign a number to the 4 of them, and I'll roll a d4.
They have a number, actually. So, yeah, roll a d4. D5, actually. Well, it's fine. Let's say d4. It's okay.
Okay, 2.
Okay. So, 2 will be the carpet merchant, Carlo.
Okay. So she will look at Carlo and say, I'm going to cast a spell.
Which spell are you casting on me? Are you crazy?
I'm going to send you back, but if you belong to this plane, you will return back here.
But I'm from Darkon. I've only all my life here. I'm from Rivalis. But yeah, okay, sure. You seem to know what you're doing, and you just save us. We own your life.
Can you hurry up and cast it so he can stop talking, please?
Okay,
let
for
me
this
tell you my
spell-
story. I used to be
no,
from
it's
an
okay. For this spell, you need to internally think about your story. Don't tell us, otherwise it ruins the spell, and you can go anywhere else, and we don't want that for you.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I will stop talking now, but I was telling about my mama, and then all of a sudden, poof, he vanishes as he actually let you cast the spell.
Yeah.
The rest of you, make a persuasion check as well if you intend these people to stay here as a group.
All right.
As the time starts passing, let me just read the spell.
You
One
must
quick
stay
thing.
here. You have to stay here. Do you understand?
Yeah, he's absolutely right.
Oh no!
I mean, you stayed and you survive until now, and then you're just gonna die here.
The
There is
DC for
just-
this is 10 because they are scared on a cage, on a place, they are not seem like a normal situation. So your words resonate, you don't know how long they've been here.
There's a
So
chance
that's
that
two
if you,
successes
if
so
you,
far.
even if you leave the cage, you may die. So you must sit there still. Do not move. Do not breathe. I mean, you must breathe, but breathe quietly.
Mm.
And hope your friend does not return. Then there may be hope to send you back.
Yes, I want to get out of here, Slippery Steve says, looking at you like I'm a proud Balglar. I took this statue from Azalin, and now look at me. I was punished into this fucking cage.
Good. And you should be for stealing.
How long is my friend meant to come back?
Has it been a minute?
Lilith, make a persuasion check as well. This will determine whether they are persuaded or not. One more persuasion check.
Oh, I didn't roll for Saphir actually.
Yeah, okay. So that also will be good.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh no,
That's good.
persuasion -1.
Okay. So, no.
We are not a
I mean,
persuasive bunch.
yeah. With this one, let me see. Yeah, no, that's a success. They seem okay. We'll stay here, and you start to think, Lilith. You know your spell. Your concentration breaks, but the creature is not back. So you were probably right, at least for this one. He was not from Darkon. He had fake memories.
All right. So
The
your
question is, how many banishments do you want to use on here? Because it is a high level spell, though.
Yeah.
Up to you. But for sure. I will tell you out of game if you want. 2 more are not from here. But that's that, Neil, not Lilith.
Yep. Right. Maybe if they follow us and just stay to the side with Van Richten.
we're
I'm
not
not sure.
We're not bringing them along, Lilith.
I'm not sure if we can come back here once we've cleared this tower.
Bringing them will certainly take them to their death.
And probably ours as well, because the more of us it is getting involved in a combat, then it's gonna be worse if we have to try to protect them instead of fighting whatever comes.
They were safe in these cages before. They should just remain in here.
Okay.
Okay, the woman says, okay, I feel very, very beaten up. I should stay here, but if you have a few more spare rations, please, we are so hungry.
Ration, inventory, ration.
I don't see it anywhere in the
Yeah.
in the character sheet, but would Saphira be able to create some kind of fruit or
Let's say
like
that
something like
for
a-
this instant she could create like a little berries and stuff. It won't be like a good berry nourishing, but with her druid craft she could do like a tiny fruits and stuff that will help a little bit.
I'll
So
use
that
up
she
3
does that.
rations to also give one
Okay.
each to them.
All right, yeah.
Some
They
sustenance.
start sharing kind of the ration between the 4 of them. Actually, it's 4. Look, the Demogorgon is dead. The cow is dead. So there were 7. Yes. So yeah. Okay. So 4. There is 5. 1 is banished, so yeah, 4. Okay. Okay, and they start kind of sharing the rations and stuff. Thank you so much. And you see the rogue is kind of looking at you like you can all with you with the passive insight, Lilith the highest and Saphira, you both can see that he's gonna follow you right away.
But he's
But the
still
others
trapped
seem
in the
to be
cage,
quite
right?
convinced. You see at this point that between each other, they're kind of helping each other, and they seem to be helping each other to unlock the cages. The rogue is bit the first one to kind of unlock his own cage now that he's on his normal form. He has his equipment, at least a few of the things. So you see that he starts doing that.
Does he only help himself, or does he help the others?
For now, he's just helping himself. Yeah. After a minute, you see he starts helping the others too. Yep. And he starts carefully opening the cages.
Can we, out of game? Can we take another another hour? No.
You could take another short rest for you to recuperate with the ring, but in
Yeah.
terms of sleeping time as per in the castle, you still haven't made the enough time for you to have a long rest, you know?
Yeah. Can we
You
take another
rested,
an hour?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, you can do, no problem.
Okay. I'm just
So
trying to
let
get
me
my life
move
up
the
somehow.
time. So let's say that now it's been 2 hours. This session was like 2 hours and something. Let's say 3 hours with all the investigation, 3 rooms. Okay. So it's like 1:30 in the morning now. So you at this point,
I'm just trying to get as
so
much of
3
my
more
HP
hours. So
back.
you've been awake 7 hours so far
Okay. That's
on the same day, you know. So this you still got a few hours more until you can take another rest.
Yeah.
Okay. And as it's getting a little bit late, I'll just give you a little bit of the next room, and then we leave it there if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So you all rest for an hour. Cabal, you recuperate quite a lot of health. I guess, do you guys interact? I guess you kind of talk to these people and they seem quite nice and stuff, you know, like they are friendly. Each of them tell you their story. They all seem to have somehow run or tricked. They all like a bunch of scoundrels, pretty much, you know. One of them stole the figurine. The other one it was a gift for Asalin as a punishment because he cheated on a card game towards some of the Karga, that is the Darkon Police guy. The barman, she told you that she pretended to be dead to escape on a fight, and she was caught and taken here as she didn't work, you know. And yeah, and the other one, she says that she's a housewife, but she wanted a moment to escape and meet people from the court. Oh my god, what is going on here? Preferably with a magical item. A particle. Oh, wow, okay. That's interesting. You know what it says? I mean, it's not relevant. It says, if the party is with Exe Thunder, she is petrified and scared by the Archlich and asks for forgiveness from him, as she claims she didn't steal anything from him. Or, she's asking for, she said that she stole Exe Thunder's spells book in Barovia, kind of thing.
Oh no.
Story. Yep. So she says if the party is with Exe Thunder, she will be horrified as she sees him because she stole his spellbook to give it to Asalin. That's how she tried to get into society, and it didn't work out. Cool. So Lilith, what were you gonna say? You were saying something, Neil.
Was I?
At some point. Yeah, you said "oh," and then I talked. So like always, sorry.
I forgot. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So once the rest has finished, if anyone else want to do nothing in this room, you will approach the portal, the ethereal gate, and as you kind of like pop your heads through, you see what it seems to be a throne room with a big kind of like metal chair. But you realize this throne room is very, very long and large and huge in size, like 4 times the one that Strahd Banzarovich had. And then, as you focus on the throne, you realize there is a creature there that was on the shade. The creature stands up and look at you. And you notice this creature is Asalin Rex. As he looks at you, you see a smile on his face. This lich with a crown, red robes. He looks at you and smiles. And as that happens, as you see him there, we'll end tonight's session. Why is he there? Who is he? What is it? We'll find out all these answers next week. Thanks for playing, guys. That was an amazing game. Thank you for taking on more characters. It was super fun. It was really good. Thanks for you guys at home as well for watching. Thanks to Darren Curtis for his awesome music and James Webster for his art. And thanks to all of you as well who watch us every week. Please, we'll see you soon on Tuesday with our Seal Pages of Burglars that we are at the moment going the Lord of Ruru, part of the Candlekeep Mysteries campaign storyline, or on the Eye of Observation on Wednesday or here on Sunday again. So until then, stay magical, you all, and we'll see you soon. And yeah, take care and see you soon. Happy Pride again. Say good night, guys. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Bye, guys.